What are you listening to?
It's a freaking. Oh, it's a meme.
Gangster rap.
Pee-pee.
What are we even doing?
Playing Call of Duty.
Willie, what are you playing?
I'm playing Battletoads.
Battlefield. Is that out?
It came out on
Yeah.
the Xbox.
Oh.
How much did it say?
Podcast in a minute, so just playing this until
Wait, when is the podcast?
in 10 minutes.
Oh. Dad, are you gonna be in it? Dad? Dad. Dad, if you're talking
Dad, you're in game chat. Dad, you're in game chat.
What's going on here?
Oh my God, you're in game chat.
You're in game chat.
I'm back. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Will you be in the podcast?
I don't mean it's Ryan's birthday. I don't know.
you. Enjoy your kid's birthday, man.
All right, thank you.
You don't want to be ignoring your kid to talk to us for a couple of hours.
I'll
Prison,
do it
there's a
later,
search
though.
bounty.
You want to go prison? All right, prison it is. Go, go, go. Prison, prison, prison.
Happy birthday, Ryan.
Oh my gosh, there's about 40 people coming here.
Yeah, this. And run every. Dude, Ryan, don't go! Turn back! Turn back! Bro, get in a tent, Ryan. Ryan, get in a tent. Okay, get in a tent. That way they. Bro, the helicopter is outside my tent. Ryan, there's a guy on me. Let me get him. Let me get him. No! I broke his arm. He's getting killed on the back. Where did he go? Yo, should we go visit Dad in the gulag? Yep, that is the name of the game. The bunker by prison? I don't know. Yo, I gotta get that access card. Where is it?
I'm gonna go get that chest. It's out of the
Yeah,
prison.
how do you get up there? How the heck do you get up there? Okay. So, were you out in the open? Where was your body?
And tell Ryan his mic's muted.
Yes, your mic's muted, Ryan. Okay, I have the red access card, Ryan. Can you go? You're in the gulag.
Maybe he's also in game chat. I don't know, but we can't hear him.
Ryan, they can't.
Oh no, all my toads are dead.
Sorry, Devils. Didn't save you in time. Move back, baby. Move back. Am I the last one? Oh, Dagger.
That was my double if he loses. Log. Doubles, are you there? Just making sure.
Oh, that shouldn't have hit me.
You guys hear Ryan?
I think I heard Ryan, yeah.
Yo, what's up?
You're above me, Evan. Get under here. Get under here.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to run. No, I'm gonna die. Oh!
I see you guys right
I'm gonna climb this ladder and try and kill him.
Good luck. Wait for me.
Oh, come on. This guy's really doing it.
Ryan, he's under you.
Yeah, I know. Oh, shit.
Here.
Cross map.
Let's just triple team.
Running
Well,
on.
I've got an
He's in here.
RPG
Back
and
me
a
up.
grand racket. I'm ready.
They're behind us.
I'm getting freaking cross mapped over here. Bro, I couldn't climb into the
Let's
door.
go.
Alright, if you guys can get to me, I'm safe. But you have to run out inside.
It's your birthday. I got that.
In the door! In the door!
I know.
Dad, cover us.
Alright, climb up here.
I think we're getting lost.
I want to buy Devil's back. Can I get some covering fire while I buy Devil's back?
Yeah, I have a grand racket.
Good
Oh,
luck.
there's a claymore up here. Claymore up here. Don't do it.
Are they down the stairs?
I think they're above us.
Wait,
actually.
does anybody have a pistol? If you have a pistol, oh. Watch, I'm gonna
Does
bait out.
anybody have any rockets?
Hold on. No, I do not.
Evan, do you have rockets?
Hold on, let me get my SA. Two. Get ready, I hear footsteps.
Okay, I'm reloading my rocket. Let's see.
Get a heartbeat.
Ow.
5 meters. They're down here.
Over there.
I think they're above.
They're above. They're above us. Here, I'm gonna launch an RPG and then you guys rock.
Okay, bet.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Go, Evan.
No hit, no hit.
Oh, he's fighting. He's fighting.
Okay, hold up. I'm gonna focus on.
No, there's another. The last one.
Get team wide.
Get freaking pooped on.
Okay. Ryan, should I Google image? Like Google search? All
Yeah,
for
Google
locations?
all.
I'll buy Devil's back. Covering fire down on me while I buy Devil's back.
Locations.
God.
Fakawala. Ryan, there's an ISO down there.
Who's the most wanted?
Because we could use
This
the
isn't
cash.
it. Yes, this one's it. Okay.
North, east, a bunker.
It's like right down there, right? I see the bunker door.
You do?
Yeah, look, there's like a little info. Can you go for it?
Wait, right there where you came? Where?
Look, that's where it shows to be. Wait, no, it's more.
It's more north. There it is. I see it.
You see the bunker door?
Right there.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
go for it.
Everybody, if you're up top, go
Jump.
to it.
Yeah, we're gonna go to purple ping. We're gonna get the bunker
Dad,
and get stacked.
Go
All right, all right.
below us. Are you ground floor? Where are you?
No.
Dad, go out to that ping. All right, now go below.
Well, I'm gonna
me,
jump out of chat, guys, because
All right,
probably.
man.
Alright, catch you later.
Good talking to
And
you.
then from
Yeah.
there,
Catch you
there
later.
should be like
Bye.
an open window that you can go out of.
Just been lazing around with
Hello, guys. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
left the fucking party again.
I just need to plug me proper mic in, and I'm ready to go.
Give us a couple of minutes.
You're all early as well. Quite surprised.
What? You're late.
No,
Oh,
half
no.
got 3 minutes.
Oh, we've got 3 minutes, have we?
Yeah, I was just talking to Colin in party chat and
Is he
playing
alright?
some Battletoads. Yeah, he's
Is
fine.
he alright?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
so.
It's his kid's birthday, so
Ah,
they're just
Doing the dad.
gaming and then they're doing some bits. Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Cool beans, mate. Cool beans. Sorry, just let me plug my other mic in, so I'll probably you won't
Oh,
hear me
thank
in a second.
I'm just going to work out what I fucking played, not a lot.
I've already been playing anything. I think we should do our film recommendation section as well.
Yeah, no mention of where you can fucking download them, please.
I wouldn't do that anyway. I was looking at IMDb, the top
Yeah.
films, and there's some really a lot of the films I really like are on there, and are in the top 10.
Okay, well, you can talk us through it.
Yeah, man.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh, right, yeah, stupid fucking thing didn't work. You couldn't hear me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a bit vindicating. Every single time someone's joined the room here, I've been kicked out, but... Oh, well.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Right, just give me a second.
Sounds like we're in X.
Who's Clarky watching?
Because I had it on the other. I had it on
Well,
the
you-
other headset. I had it on the other microphone.
You can buy that new Contra game for £11 and 9p.
Ooh.
That's
got sale.
That's got stunty written all over it.
No, no, it's over a tenner. Do you know what?
much
Well,
is it
actually, I'm
to
going
play
to talk
for
about this.
Rainbow?
I haven't played shit games for ages, and I'm feeling I need to play some shit games.
I think you're okay, mate.
Yeah, I think you're fine. Cool. Are we ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. So who have we got? So we'll go. Anyone on a time limit?
No.
Well, I've got work tomorrow, so I can't be up sort of
Well,
mega late.
I don't think we're going to be mega late anyway because we've not really played a lot, have we? So
Not really.
I think we'll be alright. Okay, Dan. Well, do you want to go first, then? So we'll go Stunty,
Yeah.
Darren, Dan. How's that?
Yeah.
I'll go last. I'm quite happy to go
Okay,
last.
Stunty, Dan, Darren.
No. I've got a few
Okay.
games I've played actually.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, ready? And a 3. And a 2. And a 1. Hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 33 for Tuesday, the 25th of August, 2020. I'm your host, Mark Webb, gamertag Pearson D, Steam ID, Webby360G, and joining me today is...
My flight simulator, flight 747, flying from Earth back to somewhere else. It's number one Stuntmaster.
I went on holiday and all I got was this lousy flight simulator. Send my Dan.
And knackered from work. Sensei Switch.
Ah, there we go. You guys are just jealous about Flight Simulator.
What a
No.
nerd game. That's
And
all
you're-
I've seen on the Facebook page. It's like a fucking nerd fest on there at the moment. So
I mean,
I
I'm going
played
to talk...
Bogarth.
Mate, I'll tell you what. There's so many people playing it in the community. I would say it's a technical masterpiece.
Yeah, just before you know it, EasyJet's going to be inundated with the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to talk about it later because it's one of my games played, and I'm going to go last. I'll send Stunty to sleep
Yeah.
as I'm talking about it because I've got quite a lot to say about it. So
I've got quite a lot to say about it.
I have.
I better put my dinner on now. I'll be ready by the time you start talking.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I've not played a lot this week, but I'm going to go last because I want to hear what Stunty's been playing.
I actually played a new game this week, and
Fuck you, hell.
Yeah, I know. I actually bought a game as well, and it was I can't remember where I bought it from now. I think it was Game Collection or something.
Okay.
Need for Speed, The Heat.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Heat, not The Heat. Heat, sorry.
Is that the latest one?
That's the last one. Yeah, that just came out. Well, it came out last Christmas, I think it was, wasn't it? But it was always held its price. It's always been like 40 quid.
Yeah.
And I picked it up for £15. Now, the Need for Speed franchise has gone downhill over the years. I think it has. I don't know about everyone else. But, I mean, the last one I really played was Most Wanted, which I loved that. Then what did we have after Most Wanted? We had
Hot Pursuit
Rival.
was good.
Yeah, that was good.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
That was before Most Wanted, wasn't it? Hot Pursuit.
I can't remember, mate.
I don't know. But we had Rivals, which was shit. We had Payback, I think it was, which I didn't like. And this one's come out, and to be honest, yeah, I quite enjoy it actually. The only thing is, it's still not brilliant. As in, they've still got that Need for Speed issues where they seem to do these stupid stories that are just garbage, and the characters they use.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's like, the characters they use, they have this certain look about them. It's like, whether it's just because I'm old, I don't know. They all look like fucking rejects.
From what?
You're just getting old, mate.
Yeah. But you say that they all. But I mean, I'm still into the car scene to a certain degree. I mean, I've seen all these things where, they do these street races at night, which is happening quite often at the moment in this country.
Is it? Well, not round my way.
No, not down your way. No. So yeah, but no one drives a car in Brighton.
No, they can't. It's all cycle lanes.
Oh, it's all Greenpeace, isn't it? They can't drive cars, save the environment, isn't it? So,
Nah.
but you don't see all these reprobates that look like fucking weirdos wearing weirdo outfits, at these events. They just look like normal people. And that's the thing with Need for Speed Heat. It has that American sort of a bit of a skate, but it's not skate vibe, sort of what they wear, the clothes and stuff. I don't know. But when you get past the storyline, the actual game, the graphics, the cars you get are really good. And the races are good. They've got they've got a nice handling on the cars. I mean, I'm driving around in this M3 BMW, which is sort of like late, mid 90s motor, and it's great. It just proper hangs it around the corners. It's got a fast travel system in it as well, so you can go from one place to the other. You've got all the usual Need for Speed things. We've got the banners where you smash through the banners, and it's just that collectible thing.
The billboards.
Yeah, billboards. Yeah, banners, billboards. You got
Facebook, what was the one where you had the billboards and basically whoever smashed through them, it came up with their gamer pick.
Burnout Paradise.
Burnout Paradise.
Someone
Most
got
Wanted
a
did it as well,
billboard and took a picture of their arse and had it as their gamer pick.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I can't remember, but it was all over my fucking game.
I don't know. All I remember in Most Wanted, which was not, but the other one was that all of them had Trip on it. So,
Yeah, that's all he did. That's all he did back then.
yeah, he was
Get
a pain
drunk
in the
and
arse.
play play Burnout. That's all he did.
Yeah.
How big's the map, Paul? Is it like open world? Is it?
Yeah,
like
it's, it's an open world. It's not bad, the map size. I mean, I've looked at the map, and there's quite a lot of the map I still haven't opened. You get a skill level on this as well. So there's certain bits in the game where you can't move the storyline on until you get to a certain level. So what happens is a bit like the Forza games where you get all these things on the map where you can go to these events and you start a race. And then you get like story missions, which you can't start the story mission until you're a certain level. And then what they've done as well is they do a day and a night time. So what happens is if you're racing through during the day, you can just go round the streets doing what you want. But if you change it to night, what happens is then you get a wanted level which can appear. So basically you get the police after you. So you then see little radars on the map of where the police are, and you can do what I do, which is race past and sort of thing. And then they come chasing after you, and then you can just lose them, and then you get skill points for you, or you get XP, as they say. It's not bad. It's better than I expected, to be honest, because I thought the one before Payback, I didn't enjoy that one at all, and Rivals I didn't enjoy as well. I've been told that this is I haven't checked it, but this isn't just an online game, so you can play it offline, which is great, because that was the problem with Rivals. You couldn't play that unless you were online all the time.
There's
So
a couple that were like that.
yeah. So the other one was Need for Speed. I think it was just called Need for Speed, wasn't it? That was another one which was just online only. And this is great because it has got an offline mode, so you don't get all the bullshit of wait for servers and stuff. It's all right. It's not bad. I'm quite pleased I got it actually. So I haven't played the car.
It has actually got really good reviews as well. User reviews online, which is quite
unusual.
Quite rare it's quite unusual for the Need for Speed games. I mean, it's a game that I've been looking at for a while, but I don't know if it's on EA Access on the console, but on Origin on the PC, it's on Origin Access.
You'll probably be able to get it as a trial anyway.
Yeah.
And then usually was it about 10-hour trials, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
On it, so you probably had to milk what you can out of it, and then probably never play it again.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's all right. I mean, for the price, it's not bad. I mean, it's a year old now, isn't it? I don't know. Is there a new one coming out this year or not?
Don't think so. No, skipping another year. It is.
Okay, because I heard a
That's
rumor they're
always
bringing
good.
Hot Pursuit back again.
That makes
That'd be-
sense. Yeah.
That'd be good. I mean, I think this was kind of launching into the kind of what was it called, Fast and the Furious style of racing, and to me, that's always a little bit. I'd rather
there's a new,
do.
Fast and Furious game out, Dan. Have you seen it?
Yeah,
I
it's
heard
fucking
about it.
dog shit.
Yeah.
It looks awful.
Well, in all fairness, I mean, the films have been put back a year, so
yeah.
they could have maybe spent a little bit more time polishing it, or they probably just thought, fuck it. Let's just quit while we're ahead, put this piece of shit out now, and then we can patch it when the film comes out next May. So,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. It's what sells, I suppose. But I do like the old, the old cops and car chases, the old, not necessarily the fast cars, but the ones with heavy suspension and drifting and muscle cars and all that.
Yeah.
Proper. Nothing that's somebody's like stupid. So I constantly outrun the cops. I want a proper car chase with, you crashing into stuff and things are going flying everywhere. And there's a few games have managed to do that. I think a couple of the early Need for Speed have. I remember Driver did it quite well as well.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of game of Need for Speed, but it depends what sells now, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, the crash, what you smash into in the game you do get things, walls break down, a bit like the Forza Horizon, where if you go into a wall, instead of just hitting the wall and it's like a breeze block, you actually go through it and it all smashes up. The only thing is, though, which still is a little bit off, I don't know, is the car doesn't really get damaged. You get little marks you see on it. You don't see all the front lights all smashed to bits, And that's something that I always like to see on a car, because when you win a race and you've only got like one wheel left.
You want to see it crawl over the forward finish line, don't you?
Yeah. So, and that's what I miss. I like that, but I'm afraid to say a lot of these car companies probably won't let them do that. Companies like McLaren won't turn around and say, "Oh, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, you can use our car and just smash it to bits," sort of thing.
Yeah.
But no, it's all right. It's not bad. The races are good. There is actually a level cap on it. Not level. There's a difficulty level on it as well. So you can pick between easy, medium, and hard. So that's quite unusual because a lot of games that's it. It's just one, difficulty's all the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. But it's all right. It's not bad. I keep playing it. It's one of those I can just dip into every now and again. So,
Nice.
Yeah. What else I played? I played some more Fall Guys. Is it Fall Guys?
Oh, mate, I'm loving Fall Guys. So good.
So that game is full of arseholes. It really is full of arseholes.
It's people that have figured stuff out, like, you can just grab other people and really annoy them.
Do you know what I had today? I was playing with my daughter. We were taking it in turns because we were just sitting in the same room. And it was just hilarious because I got to this certain section, and it was one of those tilting things that goes up and down.
Oh, yeah, the seesaw level.
That's it, yeah. Which I always struggle on. And I couldn't get onto the seesaw because it was at a stupid angle. So there was just a big load of us there. So I ended up having a fight with a pineapple. So it was hilarious. I was grabbing onto him, and he was grabbing onto me, and I ended up pushing him off. And in the end, I thought, sod this, I'm going to just try and see if I can finish the level. And I actually did finish it, and he didn't finish. It was quite funny.
Nice.
But it is just, I don't know. I mean, I've not won. I still haven't won. I mean, you've won, haven't you, a couple of times?
I've won twice, yeah.
But you've played a lot more hours than me, though, haven't you? What level are you?
Oh, I don't know, mate. When it first
Come
came
on,
out,
what level are you?
I don't know. I haven't played it for a few days. It must be about 18 or something.
18? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm only 6.
Yeah, it's one of those games where because I'll sit there and I'll be like, I just fancy killing 10 minutes, and then a couple of hours goes by and I'm still bloody playing it. It's one of those sort of games because it's like, if you lose, you go back to the main menu and just jump straight in again to another game, so. Yeah. And it's just a lot of fun. There's no other games out there that are like this either, and it's just silly, just silly fun. It is just hilarious.
See, I can't play it long like you because I get annoyed and start getting pissed off with the game because I've got no patience.
Yeah.
My missus noticed that. She said, "You can't play this long, can you? Because you start getting wound up by the game." I said, "Yeah, because everyone else is an arsehole and all they do is push you off, so you never get to the end." I mean, I had a game, I think it was yesterday, I was playing it, and I got right to the end, and I was the last player to go through, and someone pushed me right at the end, didn't they?
Lol.
Yeah, so I didn't qualify.
That's just part of the game, man.
Yeah, I have won a race, though. I actually got a trophy for actually being first.
Nice.
I actually won all the way. I got all the way to I did the first race, and I just steamed it. It was one of these where you had to you got the wheels that go round, and you've got to just jump between the
Yeah,
wheels.
yeah.
Yeah, and I did that, and I just walked it. I was really far in, ahead of everyone else.
One
But
thing
it's-
I will say is the levels are really well designed.
Mm,
I think.
Alright.
Some of them are a little bit annoying. Like there's one where with the footballs, that's
Oh, I
really
love that.
annoying. And there's the egg one as well, which is a pain in the ass.
the egg one, I don't know the
Yeah,
egg.
so there's a
But
load of eggs in the middle,
baskets.
and there's 3 teams, and you've got to get the.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. You nick the other people's eggs.
Yeah,
That's
that's it. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
just hilarity just ensues. But yeah, the team games can be frustrating when you're on the losing team because when you're just with a bunch of idiots. You know.
Yeah, because we had it earlier. It was hilarious because my daughter was like, "I can't believe what they're doing to this team." Right? We all started, and like every team had like 20 eggs each in the in the basket, wherever it was. And then we just watched one of the teams, and they went down to 1.
Oh,
Everyone just rinsed them. It was
yeah,
like
that's what usually happens. Yeah.
it's quite sad because they're trying their hardest, and it's like if you get 2 teams ganging up on you, that's it. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
it. You're
chaos.
stuffed. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but no, I mean, there's a few levels I haven't played. I mean, there's one you just had on the screen, which is where you've got to run along and the things disappear.
Yeah.
I've never actually got to that yet, but my daughter did. She did that, but I mean, she hasn't won a game either. But yeah, it looks quite fun. I'll probably still play it for a bit, but it's I don't have the patience like everyone else.
Should I get a month's worth of PS Plus just to play this? Because it's free on PlayStation Plus at the moment, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
would,
it still
mate.
is at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then it's
Okay.
in your library, isn't it? Because I mean, I bought it on Steam and it was 15 quid. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'll do that after the recording. Because I was looking at it, because I was looking at deals. Obviously, I'll go into what I've been playing later. But I'm as I said, I did dabble on the PlayStation this week, past week, but I'll talk about it later. But yeah, I mean, I've been watching it now, and I've heard great things about it. I've seen a lot of cheats as well, especially on the PC.
The PC version, yeah, they
yeah.
are trying to patch them out. The thing is, it's the most watched game on Twitch at the minute as well.
So
Basically,
basically,
loads of people are playing it from all around the world. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're getting deals in with other games companies now that want to put their characters in it, like for the costumes onto the characters. So there's going to be a lot of DLC. Like I've seen a Solid Snake one, and I've seen various others as well. So I think there's going to be quite a few tie-ins in the future, which will be quite cool.
Cool.
Are these a new developer, or have they done stuff before?
Who's the developer? I can't remember the name of the developer. They're definitely a developer who's been doing stuff. They have done stuff before. Guys, developer is Mediatonic.
Okay, no idea.
What else have they made?
No, I haven't heard of them before.
No. I wonder if the PS Plus thing has
The
helped.
publisher
Probably
is
has.
the publisher is Devolver, who I know.
Yeah.
But Mediatronic
nice one.
have made. I'm just trying to find. They've made loads of games, mate.
Oh right, okay.
Like Murder by Numbers, Gears Pop, Fable Fortune,
Gears
Yahtzee
Pop.
with
Oh,
Buddies.
that's Beams' favourite.
Yeah, they've made loads of the phone games by the looks of it. Moshi Monsters,
Oh yeah, I remember the Mochi Monsters. Yeah.
Thundercats.
My daughter used to play that.
Yeah, it's all phone games. So yeah,
So
but
it's basic, just simple gameplay,
yeah,
realistically, isn't it? And that's what Fall Guys is. It's simple
Yeah.
gameplay
yeah,
with just more than one person, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
60 players.
yeah,
So is it the same on PC? Is it 60 players?
yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want any more because it can get manic,
Yeah.
especially when you've got those seesaw effects and you've got like 50 other players all fighting. You know, it's just, and then
It's
everyone
chaos.
grabbing onto everyone, then the whole lot just goes. You know, you all just
Yeah.
fall off.
What I would like to see is crossplay at some point. I think
Yeah,
that.
good luck.
I don't know why do you need it because you don't. There's
I mean, it's popular as it is anyway, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can understand, but you don't really play with other. Even if you play a match with whoever, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, if you had a team game where you are playing with players, then you're all going to start communicating together, and probably could make it a bit more unfair, then, couldn't it?
I mean, you can join up with people. You can invite people to play with on your friends.
how does that work in team play though? Or not?
I
You
don't know. I mean, I haven't actually been able to play it with anyone as of yet. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's great. I mean, I think it's one of the biggest surprises of the year, to be honest. There's something I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting, and it's a hell of a lot of
Definitely
fun.
a hit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely. So
yeah, and it's priced about right as well. You know.
well, yeah, free.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, yeah.
So, right, what else have I played? I haven't really played much else. The only a couple of little things. I did actually. I don't know why today, but I fancy playing something old, something like not old, but
A
something
bit like
from
yourself.
like yeah, something from the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 days.
Yeah.
Because there's still a lot of titles on there that I haven't actually played. So I ended up going on to PlayStation Now.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, no, PlayStation Now is good for the download stuff, but I thought
Yeah.
I'd give something a go that was streaming. And I
Yeah.
tried Castlevania,
Which
Lords
one?
of Shadows, the first one.
Oh, what a game!
Yeah, well, I've never played Lord of Shadows 1. I played the second one, well, half of the second one. I never finished the second. But I never played the first one.
It's one
I
of the
must
greatest
admit,
games ever made, in my
yeah,
opinion.
it's really good. Graphically, it actually don't look bad for 2010, because that's how
No.
old it is, or
Yeah.
2000, I
Wow.
think it was. But I did have a bit of an issue playing it, though. Kept having a lot of lag.
That's annoying.
Yeah, so in the end, I ended up turning on my PS3 and finding the game and playing it on the PS3.
Oh, wow, okay.
Got all the way back to where I was on the game and continued on.
Oh, wow.
And I must admit, I'm really enjoying it. Actually, it's nice to play something that's I don't know. If that's
Old.
just, yeah, old, but it's not old as in it's not
Old.
Atari old. If you get my meaning, it's
Yeah.
just old. And I'm gonna actually start going into some of my older games because there's a lot of games that I didn't actually play. I know you were talking about Singularity last week. I've never played that. Well, I have actually. I played probably about half an hour of it and never played it again. Got Shadows of the Damned, Ninja Gaiden.
Oh,
I actually
Shadows
played
of the
that.
Dam's great.
Yeah. I found Driver San Francisco.
Nice.
I've never played that.
One thing I
Yeah.
want to mention about Castlevania, though, Stunt, is because it's so different to all the old school ones, you know, like Symphony of the Night. Because it's not side scrolling, it's 3D. It was actually, in my opinion, the first good 3D Castlevania. And
Yeah.
what made it so good wasn't just that the gameplay was just fantastic and all the, you know, with the moves and the weapons, etc. Just the story and the way it's presented, you know, with Patrick Stewart, like reading from the book.
Yeah, I
before each
realised. Yeah, it's Patrick
chapter,
Stewart.
and it just made it just. I don't know. I mean, I completed it a couple of times. I was just in awe because some of the bosses are like. There's one boss in particular that I remember. It's like this giant stone golem guy, and you climb in the, and you're climbing the enemy while you know to try and fight him, and it's just really well done. Yeah.
You smash all different points as you climb up its body with
that's
your
it. Yeah.
crucifix thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is this. I had a quick read about it, but this is actually gone. This is like a reboot, wasn't it? It was the reboot of the whole series. They started from the beginning of where you know where he goes from. Well, where he starts really.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good. Graphically wise, I thought it looked quite good. Still, I didn't know Hideo Kojima was involved in this.
Oh yeah! Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that either till now.
Yeah, I had a quick read about it. He was involved in the development of this game.
Well, that's probably why it's so good then.
Now it made me then think. I wonder if we actually ever will get another Castlevania.
Well, Lords of Shadow 2 didn't do very well, to be
No,
honest.
I know it didn't. It's been a while now, though, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
You know, a bit like Silent Hill. Both of those franchises, you know, they're big franchises, aren't they? Castlevania and Silent Hill. So
Yeah.
But then again, the Silent Hill thing, like I've said before, with the PT thing was like a massive phenomenon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It was.
and they never capitalised off that. Like that would have been like an amazing reboot for
Yeah.
Silent Hill. I think they kind of messed up there with that one.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good. So as I say, so impressions are Castlevania worth playing, but don't play it on PlayStation now because you have to stream it, which is just crap.
Dog shit.
Yeah, well, I
It's
mean,
a
the
shame.
PlayStation now is good for the download stuff. I mean, they've got
Yeah.
some other bits on it. I mean, they put Greenfall.
Greedfall. Yeah.
Greedfall.
Yeah, which I did actually go back to actually before it went on PlayStation Now, and I still can't get into that game.
It's meant to
I-
be. It's review. Its user
It's
reviews
not
are
bad.
really good.
But
It's
it's
not
so-
bad. It takes a while to get going.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it's just there's so many. The map system is absolutely diabolical on that
Oh, is
game.
it? Is it really bad?
Oh, it's just really bad. It's not like an open world game where you just go around a map. You basically get
It's
to a
areas.
Yeah, it's areas. It's all area thing, and you have to go to a place, and then you go into this it's like a portal, but it's not. Where you go into a loading screen, and that's where you can chat to someone. Then you have to wait, and then you can get into the next screen, and it's just. And even when you're in that area, it's quite complicated. The map system, trying to work out where you're going. You go one way, like, oh fucking hell, I've gone the wrong way again. So you have to go back on yourself. And you have to go another way, and I did it again for a couple of nights, and I must have got bored because I ended up on my phone. So I thought, sod it, I can't be bothered to play it anymore. So
No, that's not good.
yeah, I mean, some people will like it, but I know what you mean. People were saying it's brilliant. It's 9 out of 10, stuff like that. But
Yeah, it's made by this company called Spiders.
yeah, well, they did the last.
They've done some pretty bad, weird games.
Yeah, they-
like, what were those
Bound
weird
by
ones
Blood,
where you was like
they
a
did.
pirate? What was the
Oh.
one where you was a pirate on a...
What, Risen? Or Rise?
That's it, yeah. Were they Risen?
Risen,
They did
Rise,
it
and
with
something like that. Yeah, they did that. They did Bound by Blood, which was another. That was
That's
poor
like a
game.
launch game on the PS4, wasn't it?
Well, it was released late on the PS3 and Xbox 360.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, and then it got redone again on the PS4 and Xbox One. But I played that, and I probably played about half hour of it, and then I sold it because it was awful. It was
Oh.
just, and this, I mean, yeah, as you say, people do. It does have the old school RPG to it, but maybe I'm just not that old.
Fair enough.
So, and then my last thing I will just say about is actually we'll go on to something I've just watched. Actually, I am in the game room, which isn't actually done, but I can't do anything more with it now because I run out of money. But I did actually just set up some old CRTs in there, just for the moment, and I set up my old Atari 260.
Oh dear, that is
600.
retro.
Yeah, and I got quite involved in playing Space Invaders, bizarrely, and then ended up playing Phoenix. And I love Phoenix still. I forgot how good Phoenix is. And this is the thing with these games; they just work, and they're quite addictive, And I don't know, it was just quite good fun to play that on an old CRT. And then I ended up watching this thing that's on Netflix this evening.
High Score.
High Score. Yeah, I watched the first episode, and
Oh, that's brilliant.
yeah, they were talking about the Atari and how it all happens, and and these three guys that were doing these mods that ended up working for Atari, and it was it was quite well done actually, wasn't it?
Yeah. I've rinsed all of the episodes.
The same here. Me and the missus rinsed every episode in one day.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it all set in America, or do they actually talk about it?
No, they go to Japan as well, and
There's a bit of UK development in there as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good to see some UK because
It's not comprehensive. It's more the origins of key events in video game history. So I'm not going to talk too much about it
No.
because it does cover a lot of quite a wide space, but it does exclude certain things. It's not as, for example, it's not as much first-person shooters in there as you would think.
no, but the whole what's really good about the show, Dan, I don't know if you agree, is they interview some quite high-profile developers, don't they?
Yes,
Which is
they do.
really good, and some of the insights about Doom, for example, I know
It's fucking nuts.
it is just wow. I'm not going to mention any more for those of you that haven't watched it, but highly recommend it. It's some real eye-opening stuff on there, and if you're into the history of video games and want to know a bit more about what's gone on, then this is a really well done documentary. Probably one of the best video game documentaries I've seen, to be honest.
It's also a limited series, so there won't be a second series.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a nice overview and feeling.
Yeah.
And then if you were to scour, say, the dives and the back alleys of Amazon Prime, there's a ton of video game documentaries on that if you want to follow up.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of stuff out to get stuck into.
But yeah, it was good. So, I mean, it must have been quite good because even my missus was watching it, and she's not into video games, and she quite enjoyed it because she told me to shut up. Because I was starting to talk to her. I was telling her about something about E.T. I think it was. She said, "Shut up! I'm watching this."
Yeah, she probably just wants to know why our house is full of shit.
So I've never actually played E.T. I must admit, even though I have heard it is the worst game ever.
I don't think you need to play it, mate. You just need to look at it and you go, yeah, I think I get this completely.
Yeah. I think I'll stick, and that's the one thing. See, setting up the Atari and before watching this program anyway, there is games on there that are proper rubbish, but there is some stuff on there that is good. You know, like the Breakout, Missile Command. There is a basic version of Combat on there, which it's all right. It's not as good as the Vectrex version, I must admit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I mean, I haven't got. I'm sure I must have a copy of Pac-Man somewhere.
The Atari Pac-Man was fucking awful.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I remember I didn't ever own an Atari, but some friends did. So we used to go around there. It was the head of the house. So he basically owned the Atari and let his kids play on it. And I remember just going through. He had quite a few games, and the Pac-Man was just. I mean, we played it quite a lot, but it was just not Pac-Man. You were literally ate sandwiches and face one way, if I remember correctly, and then none of the ghosts moved correctly, and it flickered like fuck. Awful, but hey ho.
Yeah, no, it's for me, I didn't have one back in the day. I mean, I was a little bit after that. I'm not that old. I was a little bit after the Atari, and I just picked one up. I mean, I've had a few over the years, to be honest, and normally I just get rid of them. But for some reason, I picked this one up for £5, I think it was.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, a few years back actually, and I don't know why I didn't do anything with it. It's all boxed games, and I picked up a load of games the other week actually, and I thought, might actually give that a play again. Actually, that's the little, the little slim 2600 one, and it's nice. It don't take up much room as well, so.
It's probably quite good if you had a couple of people around to have a few beers and just play Atari.
Well, that's the thing with the game room. What I want to do, is I want to have one wall. I mean, I've got two CRT. Well, I actually got 3 CRTs actually in there at the moment. I've got one Samsung 20-inch. I've got a Bang & Olufsen 20-inch, which I'm really struggling to get working at the moment because it's got a really weird menu system on it. And then I've got a nice little Sony, and I want to have them all in a row, but I want to have like the little Sony to have the Commodore on because you don't want a big screen for a Commodore 64 games. So you probably only play it for 5 minutes anyway before you get pissed off with it because the game's not to load. So, and then I've got my old Samsung 40-inch telly which to be honest, it's old, but it's perfect because it's got all the SCART lead sockets on the back of it and AV, and TVs today don't have SCART sockets, do they?
Do they? I don't know. I've got a SCART socket at the back of my telly.
I think you have to.
No, and it's also got 3 HDMIs.
Because they're all, most of them are junction boxes now, aren't they?
Yeah. So, and this is perfect because I can set the PS2. I can set up on that TV as well, and it still looks, not bad picture on it. Whereas I know you can get converters and stuff, but I don't know how good they are. So, but yeah, that's the plan for next year. I want to get that sort of sorted. So then,
Are you gonna get an arcade machine in there?
No, not in the room. I won't be able to get one in the room. It's not that. It'd take too much room. So, I mean, one day I'll probably empty the garage, and I said to the missus, if we ever, she says, once you've done the bathroom and the kitchen up, then you can get your arcade. I said, I like to have a pinball table as well.
Oh, mate! I'll tell you what's cool. I know real pinball machines are awesome, but you can either make yourself or buy the video arcade machine, the video pinball machines, and you can put like all the pinball effects tables and stuff on. And I think that'd be pretty cool.
It's not a pinball table though, is it? A proper one?
No, that's why it's called video pinball.
But, it's all about the weight and the feel.
I know what you're saying, but you know, it's like when I say to people that have multiple arcade machines, talking about you, Alex, I said to him, well, why don't you just get one and just put MAME on it? Oh, but it's not the original hardware. Well, it's like, all right, whatever floats your boat, mate.
Yeah, but that's quite a common thing, though. It's like, I saw the conversation yesterday with Cran, about the Sega Saturn, because I mean, there's a few. I've been dipping into the Sega Saturn. I need to call it
Sega.
Sega.
Sega Saturn. I can't speak tonight.
That's all right.
I can't speak anyway. And basically, there's quite a few games on there that I like to get, but they're just stupid money, some of them. And
Yeah.
I can understand it's like, there was a game he put up, Burning Rangers, and I actually do own a copy of that. I picked up from a car boot. And it's like, but if you wanted to buy it, it's like £200 game now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't spend £200 on a game. 60 quid's my limit, on a game, and that's on the new game or anything. I can't spend £100 on a game, because just, even though it isn't really a lot, if you think about it, it's just 2 games. If you think it's 2 new games, but it's just, I don't know. I just don't have that mindset of I can spend that kind of money. But I can understand what you said. Well, you can just download the ROM. Just
Yeah,
not
so
brain,
what
though, is it?
So what I did with the Sega Saturn is I bought it's got that cartridge slot at the back.
Yeah, I've got. Yeah,
So
I've
it
got
gives you the
4
extra.
meg.
Yeah, so it gives you the extra RAM, but it also allows you to play burnt discs.
Mm.
And because obviously the prices, because eBay scalpers and all that, like Panzer Dragoon is like 400 quid. Well, you can just download it in about 2 minutes and burn it to a disc and it'll run. So it's the same game running on the original hardware.
But it's weird with the Sega Saturn, at the moment, because it seems to be some of the games are really. To be honest, a lot of the retro stuff is really creeping up at the moment, and it's really hard because, as I say, if you do want to play the original, get the disc with all the art book and stuff, you just can't anymore. So you're going to have to go down this CD-ROM route.
Yeah,
which
yeah, and I know that's not the purest way, but the problem is, the older these discs get, the more likely is they're not going to work anyway because of the old disc rot.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Well, that's the one thing with
Never
this.
experienced that.
But you can.
I have on CDs on music discs. I have, and not on
That's
video games.
That's because the music was shit, mate.
So do you know what's quite interesting? Because I went through a really big retro phase of just looking up stuff. You can actually mod your Dreamcast. I don't know about the Saturn. I'm pretty sure you can. So so you can boot games to it without using the CD drive. You can put all the games onto, say, a USB stick.
All right, yeah.
And plug it into your Sega Saturn or Dreamcast, and it'll just play all the games.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's getting quite common actually on the 8-bit stuff, because you can buy these where you just buy a ROM, and you plug it in the back, and you play all your Commodore 64. All your Spectrum stuff. So that's you'll probably see it, because they do the EverDrive thing for the Mega Drive, don't they?
Yeah.
They do one for that. But the other thing as well I was going to say with the Saturns is the discs are really shit anyway. Them I used to find at car boots and stuff, and it looked like they've been dragged along the road. I don't know if they were really crap, discs or whatever. But you say about disc rot. I have, as I said, I did have that with some music. I mean, one of the CDs actually, you'll probably know about it, Dan, was Sensor.
Yeah.
You remember the band?
Oh yeah, I remember Sensor.
Yeah,
like
I had Sensor,
like a crusty rock techno group.
Yeah, but they were good though, in my eyes. They weren't that crusty, so they weren't like Levelers crusty. But that I put that in one day, and the disc started falling apart. Very bizarre that was.
Not surprised.
What? Because it got crusty.
Yeah.
So, but that's it. That's me done. I better not go on too long.
That's all right. It's cool, man.
Yeah, man. It's nice to go down a bit of history there.
Ancient history.
Good.
Yeah, definitely. crusty history as well.
Cool. Who's it? Me now.
Yes, it is Dan.
Okay. I haven't been playing that much since I was last on. Where do I start? I suppose I've been, after speaking last time a bit of Street Fighter 5, I actually went back to it, and I took advantage of the upgrade kit, which gives you all of the characters so far, plus I don't know how many costumes, and I played that for a couple of hours, and yeah, it was all right. It's decent. I didn't play it online because I don't have PS Plus at the moment. What I will say, well, that's the thing. It depends whether or not you want to end up just feeling really sad about yourself, constantly getting beaten by someone who's got like 1996 in their gamer tag.
Okay.
So it's fine. I mean, the only thing I will say, because they've bolted onto it over the years, and it's been a good 5 years or so, I guess. It is a bit of a convoluted mess in terms of functions and functionality. And also, if you were to get the upgrade kit like I did, you'll realise that all the fight money you've been accumulating is pretty pointless unless you want to start unlocking little like pictures and collectibles or power-ups for the survival mode, which are pretty cheap anyway.
Okay.
So, but then that said, they've got another 5 characters coming out for the next year or so. So this is the game that they'll keep milking, I guess, until they have something surefire with Street Fighter 6, which probably won't be now for another couple of years or maybe 3 years.
Is this your favourite Street Fighter, Dan?
No way, nowhere near it.
Is two your favourite?
2 followed by 4.
Yeah, 4
okay.
was great.
We had a lot of fun with 4. I still think 2's my favourite, but they've done so many versions of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you were to go, I mean, I've got multiple versions of various different packs, and I think if you were to go back to the basic 8 characters, original. I mean, it's nice for a bit of nostalgia, but every single iteration they did up there was always balance changes or move changes or additions, and you never quite know exactly what you're going to get if you go in randomly. Yeah. But yeah, it's as I said, it's the problem with Street Fighter 5. They released it bare bones and then just basically just kept adding and and then unless you keep up, it becomes slightly overwhelming, much like most fighting games these days. Like I think I mentioned briefly a little while ago, Soul Calibur 5, which is on Game Pass. Yeah. Even Tekken 7, you go on there and you say, okay, I just want a straight up fight. I mean, lots of characters, fine, I can deal with that. But it's all the extra modes and everything else, and it's just a bit dense. I mean, fighting games, as far as I'm concerned, it gave birth, and I think the documentary we talked about earlier kind of mentions this in the sense that it was born out of the arcades.
Yeah.
Where you go on, pick your character, and you face off against the person who was the one to beat. Yeah. And that's how I remember fighting games, and it's nice to go back and just play the new iterations. But
it's like the Mortal Kombat series, right? I mean, back in the day, it used to just be fun, just gory fun. But now, like I played the last couple, and they're like trying to be like full on story modes.
Yeah, who needs that?
Well, the stories are done well in those. The NetherRealm games were pretty well done, weren't they? The story modes they added, but that's all you want is generally story mode online and on versus against the computer, or like a tournament against.
You want an arcade mode of 8 fights tops, no story in between, a few taunts, or like almost like a score
intro
attack.
Videos.
Yeah, intro videos that last about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And a score attack, so that you've always got something to aim for, and you've got a high score table. That's another aspect I think doesn't really get as much love as it should do.
Does Street Fighter have a story mode like the others then? Or not?
Yeah, man, it goes on for too long. I haven't finished it. Something about a giant comet. The thing is, it's basically
something else then.
Yeah,
giant cock. Sorry.
That's all right, mate. It's kind of the odd thing about it. It's the story mode is there's so many different factions in the plot now. I was trying to keep up with it all. There's obviously Ryu, which is Bison, and he's cronies, and then you've got Ryu's story, and then you've got all their mates, and then you've got all of a sudden the final fight crowd vying for attention. You've got Seth, who's come back in this update, and you're like, who could win all this? And then you've got obviously what's it? What's his face? The bloke who's red and blue. The one that the cheap ass Gil, yeah. I mean, oh God. I mean, I tried to use him. Yeah, it's just a bit too much.
Okay, I've got a question for you, Dan. If they made another Street Fighter movie, would you watch it?
I'd watch anything, mate.
Fair enough.
I tend to watch it. Dude, I had some DVDs turn up in the post today, and one of them was To Live and Die in LA, which I've never seen. I thought, I'll see that, and I've got that.
Oh, yeah, it's a brilliant film.
Yeah, and the other one, It's William Dafoe.
Yeah,
It's
that's an awesome film.
It's directed by William Friedkin, who did The Exorcist. So I'm going through a bit of a William Friedkin kind of obsession at the moment. Not obsession, but I've been watching a lot of his old films and stuff like Frank Connection, The Exorcist, and what was the other one? And Sorcerer, which is fucking awesome. So I'm going through a lot of those, and this is what I tend to do sometimes. I kind of pick a theme and then just go through the back catalogue. The other DVD, so Blu-ray I turned up today was Weekend at Bernie's. So you probably
classic.
So you probably get a guess what my kind of frame of mind is in at the moment.
He turned up in the baseball or basketball, didn't he, the other week?
What, Bernie?
Yeah, because you can pay money to have your cobble cutouts, can't you?
Oh!
In these, like, fake crowds and stuff.
Oh,
at the
okay.
sporting events, and someone had Bernie Lomax laying there.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, superb. Where was I anyway? I was rambling on about
Weekend at
taking-
Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Live and Let Die.
Oh, you put it on the
It's
on the
not Live and
screen.
Let Die, Live and
Well, I've
Yeah.
never seen it, so I'm gonna have to check it out.
You never seen it? You know
No.
the premises, don't you?
Well, I'm guessing they go for a weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. It's the reason why I did it. I was watching an episode of Hot Ones on YouTube with Drew Barrymore, and I can't remember one of her. I think it was her father or something like that, and it was actually died. And W.C. Fields and a few others dug him out of the morgue and had a night playing poker with him, one last go with a corpse. And and they basically put him back in the morgue, probably stinking of liquor and fucking cigar smoke. Jimmy White, did a snooker player, did it as well with his brother.
To Live and Die in LA.
Yeah,
Such a good film. I can't believe you've never seen that.
I've never seen it, man. There's gaps in my
Wow.
film knowledge, to be honest with you. I don't. I mean, I've seen a lot of films, but there's stuff that the way the kind of the market and the classic films now exist. There's always a staple that people hook onto and say, like, Back to the Future's classic, Shawshank Redemption's classic, but not everything gets as much love. And some things do get lost, especially if they weren't big hits on VHS and they didn't carry through to DVD.
I've just Googled, I've just YouTubed it, and the whole film's on YouTube.
Oh, is it now? What?
To Live and Die in
we-
LA. Really?
Yeah, 1985.
Well, I wouldn't watch it. I wouldn't watch it on Twitch, mate. That's not a good idea.
No, it's on YouTube. Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah. It's got he's a very young William Dafoe in it, I must admit.
Yeah.
The,
Well,
the other
yeah.
the other guy in it, I can't remember what his name was, the other actor that was one of the main parts in it, he didn't really do much else
No.
after this. So
No.
you know.
Well, that's probably what I'm going to be watching after the podcast recording because I'm off all week now. So I've got
Lucky.
fuck all. I've got fuck all to do apart from play video games and I don't know about video games. I play fuck all video games. But anyway, where were we? I'm talking about Street Fighter, weren't we?
We're talking
I've
about
done
games,
that.
mate.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Put anything else?
Yeah, I dabbled in Battletoads.
Battletoads. Pretty much all the games I've been playing, we've already talked about. So my section is going to be short as anything.
So what did you think?
Right,
What do you think about
What
Battletoads?
about your Flight Nerd Fest?
Yeah.
Okay,
Right, we're just trimming down your section at the end. That's all we're
Yeah,
doing.
you bastards! I know I should have gone first. I'm really liking it.
Yeah.
I actually am preferring it to Streets of Rage 4.
So whilst I laugh at you.
And you know what? I've actually had people agree with me on Twitter.
Yeah, I know, but but who are they?
Who
Are
are
they
the
fanboys?
Battletoads?
Yeah,
They are the Battletoads, dude.
man, that's a cheap man's fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm loving it. I'm loving
Um,
Battletoads.
I played the first level. What I will say is that the combat feels meaty enough, much like Street of Rage 4. In the
Yeah.
sense that you do feel the punches. The issues I've got really is that the controls make no fucking sense. If you're a side-scrolling beat 'em up and you have to use triggers to activate your moves, you fucking lost me already because...
Yeah, you must be able to remap your buttons, though, surely.
Well, not really, no, because your 4 buttons do the various combats.
Yeah,
And then
so
the trigger
it's
buttons... Bigger
yeah.
tab goes into a subsection of moves.
Yeah, so
which
like
you
your
need.
tongue licking, like there's you press your trigger on one of the buttons to eat the flies. Another one is to grab the dudes and pull them towards you. Another one is to grab rings to move on to other parts of the stage. Yeah, it does get a little bit. I have to admit, Dan's right there. It does get a little bit confusing in that.
There's a lot on the
regard.
screen here from what I'm watching.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's very
over it.
difficult as well. I think it would be very cool on couch co-op with 3 people, but there's no online multiplayer, which is
Yeah.
really,
Oh,
which
yeah, I
is
think
really
I heard
weird
that,
option.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's also I never really played Battletoads when I think it was a SNES game, wasn't it? Was it a
Yeah,
SNES game
I
or an
think
NES
so.
on the NES game?
I think it was a NES.
There's-
NES. I think it was on
Yeah.
both.
Yeah,
So-
I think. Never played it.
Well, it had this reputation of being fiendishly difficult, which it's in a world where most games were pretty tricky anyway, and obviously to make games last longer, it had
Back
this
when
kind
devs
of
used to say it's just the Battletoads of gaming.
exactly
Or Battletoads.
Battletoads
so-and-so
of
sims.
shoot 'em up, Battletoads
Yeah.
of chess games. So it's got this kind of weird pedigree I've never understood.
Yeah.
So it's obviously trying to ramp up, but it looks nice. It kind of moves well. I'm not too keen about the 90s dude humour.
Oh, I love it, mate. That's me down to a T. Love it.
Yeah,
It just reminds me of it. It just reminds me of my childhood.
they can't look this way. They were talking too much for my liking. I just wanted to move on, but instead they were doing these crappy jokes, which you'll probably hear ad infinitum as you playing the game multiple times after dying constantly. It's got a couple of neat ideas, I guess, whereby if you're one of your Battletoads, you're playing your single player. If it goes, you'll morph in as another one of them, and then you'll do that and you can tag each different Battletoad in and out, which I thought was kind of cool. But if I'm being honest, it's a poor man's Streets of Rage 4.
No. The thing I found with Streets of Rage 4 is, one, it's too hard on
I'll
single
leave you
player.
crap, mate.
And
No, it's not.
two, there's no one to play co-op with online because it died within the community within 2 days. And
Well,
no
me
one
and
wanted
Peeps
to play
rinsed it.
anymore.
Me and Peebs did that. What, the first sitting done?
Yeah.
Completed
You
it.
did that the first day, though.
Yeah, completed it. Done. Promised each other.
And no
sorted
one
it.
joined Webby though, did they? No
We
one
completed
joined
it, mate.
Webby.
You're on PC, though, aren't you?
It's cross-play.
Well, yeah, with Xbox.
Yeah.
I've been playing it on the Switch a bit as well, so that's pretty cool. It's nice. It's nice
Yeah,
to have
I've
it.
played
Nice to
on
have it on
the
the Switch.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
The thing that
So-
I like about what I like about Battletoads, Dan, is there's some variety where you got puzzles to solve.
It's a beat 'em up, not a fucking Tetris.
You got puzzles, and you got like a bike riding section, and I'm sure there's going to be other sections later on. It's a good game. I'm really liking it, and it's even better that it's part of Game Pass. I'm loving Game Pass at the minute. So much amazing content on Game Pass.
Are you telling me this game's got puzzles in it?
Yep.
Jesus
You're watching a
Christ.
puzzle
to look forward to,
right now
Dan.
on the stream.
Yeah. Oh God, it's not. I can't be bothered with this anymore.
It's really good, mate.
Okay, well, I hope you're pleased and happy.
Yeah, it's great.
Excellent. So after trouncing that, other things just to quickly mention, I guess. Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 on the Switch. I've gone back to it. I think I've racked up about nearly 50 hours on that on the Switch alone. I did beat one of my high scores, and I think I ended up about 200th in the world. So I was pretty pleased with that. It took me about an hour of repetitive play. So, yeah, I'm still getting back into that. A bit of Pinball FX free. A load of tables were reduced in price again.
Oh, nice.
So I got the Bethesda pack with Doom, Skyrim, and Fallout. And I have to say, there's RPG elements in them, which obviously will probably light up the eyes of several people. All I have to comment on it makes the whole pinball experience boring as fuck. It's all a bit dry because you get sucked into sub menus, and then you basically hit the flippers to work out on your tiny screen that you have to buy a sword, and then you do get a sword permanently then, and then it just doesn't feel like old school pinball. It's a different
because
beast.
it's not old school pinball. It's new
Well,
school pinball.
It's dull. It's boring.
If you want old school pinball, you download the Williams collection.
I did that as well.
Yeah, nice.
And which is much better. But some people might actually like this.
Well, I think it's cool because it just, it carries on you know, you carry on playing it like you don't die, but you know, you run out of balls and then you play again, and it kind of carries on with your character. I think it's a neat idea, to be honest.
Yeah, they did it with what was it, Epic Quest, which was an old school what was it called, Pinball Effects 2 table by Zen Creative, which was very similar, but that had a bit of personality about it. I don't know. Some people obviously love Fallout, Doom, and Skyrim, so knock yourselves out.
Yeah, the Skyrim table's really good, I thought.
Well, yeah, I wasn't convinced as a pure pinball, but you know, each their own. And then I did the Universal pack as well.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, some of the voices are off, although the Quint in Jaws was all right.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure about the Back to the Future voices. At least E.T. sounds like E.T. That's all I have to say on the subject. And then, yeah, they've been slowly but surely boosting my tables on that. I mean, I'm only getting them when they're cheap.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Nice.
Flip grip and play that. And I have enough tables already on Xbox, so all good. All good. And then aside from that, I've kind of weaned myself off Animal Crossing a bit, so not real up to date with that. It's kind of got to the point where it's a bit of it's a chore in the sense nothing's really happening. I need something to happen. Whether or not I hit they should have an Armageddon button on there where you press a button and all the houses fucking blow up and you have to start again. Or maybe everything just goes feral and everyone starts hating you and everyone starts eating out bins or something. That'd be quite entertaining.
You want a zombie outbreak?
Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, zombie outbreak. Yeah. Everyone's holed up. You have to rescue your characters from each house. So yeah, I mean, it took over nearly 380 hours to do it, but yeah. Oh dearie me, what have I done with my fucking year? Okay, well that's it really, I suppose. Yeah, looking at my list, that's it. It really a bit quiet, really. But I'm mostly what I've been mostly doing just watching films, really. Listening to music. Obviously, I've been working a bit, and then I'm off this week from work because of I've got so much holiday built up. I've got to take it, so all good.
What films you watched?
Huh? What films have I watched? Oh, I did watch The Exorcist director's cut the other night. I hadn't seen that for about 10 years, and it's still absolutely awesome. Not scary. Well, I didn't find it scary, but and a lot of things do happen off camera, so you have to really pay attention. But it kind of made me want to go and check out The Exorcist 3 now, which I kind of watched when it came out many, many years ago. I'm skipping Exorcist 2 because that's fucking dog shit. But and then huh? You ever seen The Exorcist?
No, I don't think I've ever wanted to watch it though. It's one of those. So.
Too scary for you?
No, not scary. I just I do watch
the stigma surrounding it at the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of. It's a film full of dread. There's an awful lot of that in there. But because I kind of know, because I've already seen it many, many times, so you kind of watch the beats and you know what's happening. And
the power of Christ compels you.
Do you know what she did, your cunting daughter? Yeah, there's a lot of C-bombs in it. Just to say that.
Big time.
Yeah, it's good.
Was it
No, it's 70s, early 70s, mate.
Was it 70s? No, I mean, that's unusual for the C word in the 70s.
You ever seen Saturday Night Fever? Yet. Have you ever seen Saturday Night Fever, the original? The uncut one. Once I had 2 copies of that. I had an 18 cert and a PG. Right? 18 cert is littered. I'm not sure how many C-bombs in it, but there was an awful lot. The PG version is about 15 minutes shorter, and all the swearing's gone, and it's a PG. So there you go.
I've noticed it's getting more popular, the C word these days. I've noticed that.
Downfall of society, mate.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Anyway.
Yeah. On the way. Done.
Darren.
I'll let you go, mate. I'm making a coffee.
Fucking, where's the professionalism here, eh?
Sorry. I just thought it'd be easier rather than me sort of trying to concentrate on this.
Is it Webby's turn now?
Yeah, well, it's going to be.
Right.
We've already talked about Fall Guys and Battletoads.
Right, I'm going to go and make a coffee then if it's going to be Flight Simulator time.
Well, you're going to have to, mate, aren't you?
Go on in, tell us all about it.
Okay. Flight
Right,
Simulator
next. Sorry.
Yeah.
is a technical masterpiece. And I know a lot of people out there don't like simulators, blah, blah, blah. You've all made your voices heard. I think a lot of it is console players are just jealous. But it's... This game, whenever I play it, and I've been playing a lot of it the past week, gives you the ultimate sense of freedom. Like, just... My mind is blown every time I play this, just in the knowledge that I can just go anywhere in the world. Literally anywhere.
In the air.
No, you can land anywhere.
Can you
Oh,
can you
nice.
can you
Really?
nosedive into
What,
places?
so I can land on the M25?
If you want.
Is there cars on there, or is it
Yeah.
just...
But they just drive through you.
That's not a technical
like
marvel.
real
That's
life,
rubbish.
So,
That's rubbish. GTA does it better.
Yeah,
if you think, right,
in your balloon.
this game has the whole world. There is literally petabytes of data stored for this game. So the map, wherever you are, the areas are streamed down the internet onto your system, so to bring up the areas that you're flying in. So there's a lot going on in the background. It's at that point now where it used to be, can your PC run Crysis? It's now, can your PC run Flight Simulator 2020? It's a system hog. It really is. I mean, I've got a pretty decent PC, and in the big cities like London, it struggles a little bit, to be honest. But it's amazing. Like, when you launch the game and you want to go flying, right, you just have the globe, and you can just spin the globe, and you can just choose where to go, like where to take off from. You can even just launch mid-air at at tourist destinations, say like the Big Ben or the Houses of Parliament or like the Pyramids or Disney World or whatever. This is how much of a technical masterpiece it is as well. There's so much data this game is pulling in all the time. It's pulling in real world flight data all the time. So all the planes that you see flying around in the sky are virtual representations of actual flights happening in real world there and then. It's pulling in...
Is this going to be some terrorist training tool?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. This sounds like a terrorist's wet dream, doesn't it?
Right, it's pulling in...
Yeah.
So it's pulling in all the real world weather and time data. So you can choose. I mean, I have it on real life. So like the weather you're experiencing in the game, the time of day is all what it is in real life, which is awesome. You can actually change the weather on the fly, which is pretty amazing. I had to go for I had to put it onto Thunderstorm just to see the amazingness of that. It's got multiplayer, so me and Hogarth were playing some today, just flying around London, just catching the sights. It's just a technical marvel. It really, really is. And it's just graphically, I mean, when you get down to the ground and, the buildings and stuff do look a bit blocky, but when you're up in the sky, like you're probably watching the video now, it looks absolutely
Quality.
stunning. It really, really does. I mean, I've flown over my house. I've crashed into my house. Yeah,
Actually,
I've done that.
is your house? Does it look?
No, it doesn't look like my house. No.
No, I don't mean that. But
Yeah.
is it just a block? Then is it?
Kind of, yeah.
Right.
But
So-
when you're up in the sky, it looks correct because it's all taken. This is Microsoft. They're not Google, so it's all taken off Bing Maps and not Google Maps. So
Bing.
yeah.
Do you
I mean,
get points for? Do you get points for doing this? We want
Yeah.
points.
Yeah.
No, it's decent. It's got a decent amount of planes. And you can also do challenges. You've got like landing challenges. There's a whole other section. So I've been doing the landing challenges, like land at like really short runways with real strong winds. It really tests your piloting skills. Also, it's quite noob friendly as well if you want it to be. So there's a whole raft of settings. So if you just want to fly, just put everything on nub, job done, and off you go. But you could actually learn to fly a real plane in this. You can put it on pure simulation. You're in the cockpit. You're having to hit the switches to turn on the engines all separately and all, and do all the fuel mixtures and all that bollocks. You can really learn if you wanted to. The thing that I'm really enjoying it because I've got a flight stick as well. A stick and a throttle. So I've been really enjoying. That gives you that extra bit of immersion. Now, also, like what really shocked me when I first loaded it, like, because there's a very small airport near my house, and I thought, they're not going to have all the small airports. They have every airport in the world, even all the small ones. Even the tiny ones, which probably have about one plane every month land on. Those real tiny private ones. They're all there.
Yeah.
They're all in the game.
Nice.
Everything. Yeah, it's nuts. It really, really is. There's so much detail, and I know this isn't for everyone. It's not like a proper game or anything, but it's just I'm in awe at just technically what they've been able to do. With you can fly it anywhere in the fucking world. I just think that's insane to think about.
Well, no, I always have appreciation for games that I just think are really well made. Where I just sort of think like, yeah, that's really well done. Like you might not have like pulled it off like 100%, but what you've attempted is fantastic.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. And what I've been doing, because I'm trying to get the achievement for playing for 50 hours, and there's another one for 100 hours.
What's this that you went on a flight yesterday?
Yeah.
And you went to bed leaving it still flying.
Yeah, so this is so what you can do is
oh my god.
So there's a couple of options. So you've got an AI in this where you can just turn on the AI and it'll fly your planes for you. Just so you can admire the scenery. But in the airliners, it's got the autopilot. So in real life, after the takeoff, the pilots just chuck autopilot on for the for the main cruise, and then they turn it off again for the descent and the landing. So I did a flight from East Coast to West Coast of America. So I left it on autopilot, and then I went to bed, woke up in the morning, and my flight was still going. It was lovely, and then I landed my plane.
Do you get a notification in the night if you start to lose altitude?
Nah.
you get your phone rings. Just to let you know, Mr. Webby, that your plane is descending and you are losing height.
No, it's
this
cool.
Is all you're actually flying real people. They've had to cut back on the COVID, and they're getting people to secretly fly real planes for people.
It's just technically it's just I don't know, man. I'm absolutely loving it. The fact you can just chuck on the autopilot. I mean, you can even turn on the AI, and they'll like take off and land for you as well. So you don't even have to do anything if you don't want. I know that's sad, but it's something that you can do. Something else that's really, really cool. I know it's a simple thing. So you like in the game you can get like little pop-ups, like you can look at the map and like your call sign stuff, like so you can talk to the radio towers and all that. There are all these little boxes which take up your screen and all the little gauges. So if you're on the outside view on the plane, there's you can put up gauges and stuff onto the screen, and it's a lot of clutter. But what you can do if you've got more than one monitor, you can pop them out and chuck them on your other PC monitors. So it just clears the clutter. I know it's something simple, but I just think that's a really cool idea. So yeah, I mean the inside view is amazing. Like the graphics are so stunning. Like you can look. So if you use your mouse, you can click on every single button on the, on the cockpit. You can look at all the dials and gauges and everything. When it's raining, the water effects on the windscreen just look absolutely stunning. The clouds are amazing. Like everything about it is just wow. I'm in awe with this game. Really, really am. And it's strangely relaxing. like, just cruising along, just looking at the scenery. And I was getting a little bit frustrated today because I was doing the landing challenges, and there was one with really strong wind, and I kept on stuck in my plane. It was really pissing me off, but I got there in the end. I'm gonna be a good pilot. But yeah, it's a great game.
I'm pleased for you, mate.
It's everything I wanted it to be. Yeah,
Good.
And I'm surprised how many people on my friend's list are actually really enjoying it as well. So yeah, it's great. That's all I was going to say. Flight Simulator is amazing. And I'm just got to figure out what flight route to do while I'm in bed tonight. So I'll think about that while Darren talks about his games.
All right, fair enough. Not a great deal once again. I've been at work all week, so I haven't really got around to playing a great deal before going back in again. Obviously, Final Fantasy, usual shit.
Yeah.
Black Desert, usual shit. Fortnite, usual shit. I have played more of Ghost of Tsushima though.
Oh, brilliant. Talk to me.
Which brings us on to a little bit of a news story as well for the week with that.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I'm still in the first chapter of the game, to be honest. I've probably only uncovered about a third of the first island that you start on.
Oh, wow.
I'd say, and it's still taking me a fair old time to do that. To be honest, because you're obviously going everywhere on sort of like, well, you can obviously unlock fast travel, but because of the random world events that can occur while you're going around, I've been generally travelling places on foot or on horseback. Plus to obviously take in the marvellous vistas that they've managed to put into the game.
Nice.
But yeah, it's another one of those games, like we were just saying with that one, where you just think, this is so well done, like, in how almost everything works to a degree, and the fact that I'm still quite early on when things are quite quiet and it supposedly gets a bit more hectic and stuff as it pushes on. But I've already had a few missions that were quite interesting and well done.
Awesome.
Like defending people and everything. But yeah, there was a bit of a news story today with it as well, wasn't there?
Yes.
They announced. Was it Legends?
Yes.
Is it called Legends? Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you got the stuff written
I
down?
do, yeah. So it's DLC that's coming out for the game. It's free for owners of the game. Or obviously, it's a separate mode that doesn't follow the main character Jin or his companions, but it focuses on 4 new warriors who have been built up as legends in stories told by the people of Tsushima.
All right, so they might actually even be you play as the characters from the Legend quests, because there's like quite a few Legend quests. I've done 1 or 2 at least.
So it goes on to say, Legends is haunting and fantastical, with locations and enemies inspired by Japanese folk tales and mythology, and an emphasis on co-op combat and action.
Be hopefully like Nioh. To a degree, when they say like obviously mythical fantasy, that's what I kind of think of. Nioh, Sekiro kind of stuff, like Tengus and things like that.
Yeah, I think I will have to get the game when the co-op comes out because I want to play it. I want to play that.
Only downside is I don't have PS Plus, but when it comes out, I want to play it, so I'm going to have to buy a month's worth of PS Plus. The bastards.
Oh no. How annoying! But tell us more about the game, Dan, because man, it just looks so good.
Oh, it's like I said, it's really hard to just not repeat things about the game because it's just like the combat feels great and the locations are awesome. The things I'm finding are great. I'm continually being sort of like engrossed and stuff of what's sort of going on around me and things as well, and just appreciating the world as it is.
Yeah.
Which is something I like doing in a lot of games. If a well-made world that draws you into the game more is like awesome in my opinion. So yeah, fun. I did put a thing up earlier on Twitter or something where I'd like basically went in and whooped a base. Actually managed to take out the base leader in a standoff. So it was like 1 hit, down you go, mate. Shot someone in the back of the head as they tried running away. But what's actually weird is the game kind of makes you feel guilty at times. So it's like you're following, like, obviously the way of the samurai, and the way you necessarily take on different things in the game. You're not always going to be like stand and fight face to face kind of thing. So you are going to start doing assassination takedowns and various things like that, which goes against his code. And after I'd done a fair few of them, he keeps ending up having like flashbacks to his uncle, like teaching him, like, you look your enemy in the eye and all this kind of stuff, like almost guilting you as the player for being a bit of a dishonourable bastard with these people.
Oh, okay.
I should have just gone, look, Uncle, I'm sorry, this mission said I had to kill 5 people without being seen. What are you going to do? Like... So, yeah, fantastic game. I think most people have probably picked it up by now, and if not, give it another. If you've gone without by now, you're fine going on until when it hits the sales, where you probably snap up a bargain.
Yeah, I'll pick it up at some point, so but not yet.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima wasn't the only game that was announced an extra mode for it, wasn't it? Was it this week? Because I noticed the following day, was it Untitled Goose Game?
Oh, yes.
Announced like a 2-player mode.
Oh, cool.
Where you can just go around harassing people with 2 of you. Like making people into quivering messes by the looks of the...
yeah, I thought there was some rope-a-dope tactics going on for the videos I saw. So whether or not there'll be... the puzzles will be evolved to accommodate this new 2-player, I'm guessing so.
I would imagine.
Yeah, so I've already got it on the Switch, but then I've got no one to play with, so why do I care? But we shall see, we shall see. I'm not whether or not it's on 2-player online, I don't know yet. It might just be local.
Is that a freebie or is it paid?
It's free of charge.
That's nice.
Oh, right, bonus. Sweet.
Yeah, it's going to be on the PS4 as well.
Yeah, apart from obviously the usual things, just before we came on tonight, I had like about 45 minutes to kill, so I cracked on Guilty Gear Rev 2.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
For a bit, because I haven't played it in a while. And it's like you were saying, Dan, with obviously certain games, the fighting games in general, that's another one that I look at and think, this is really well made.
Yeah.
Like, for what it is, like the sprite work, the animations, and amount of characters, although it is, to me, they're the best versions that you can get for those games, obviously, because they're the final edition for that game, because obviously before then, as you say, Dan, it's the drip feed, isn't it?
Yeah.
But usually Arc System games do that drip feed, but when they release their final product, they do know when to stop, whereas other companies don't.
Let's milk it. There's milk it, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, then again, Arc Systems have a irritating. They hide. Was it? They don't need to hide characters on the disc and then basically launch it with paid DLC pre-announced already.
I've always moaned about them. Yeah,
and that's just
let it be known on here many a time that day one there's always characters that are downloadable, and it's just like fighting on the disc.
Yeah, bastards.
Hidden behind a season pass or something, but but it's still really well done, really well made, and it's one of those games that you can consistently find for under a tenner.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you like fighting games or just well made games,
so this is Guilty Gear
Rev 2.
Oh, I think I've got Guilty Gear X on the PS4. I'll have to go and have a look. I got one of the Guilty Gears on PS4.
There's been 3, I believe. There's Guilty Gear Xrd, then there was Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator, and then there's Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2.
Let's go and have a quick look.
Which is the final form, basically, of that before they now move on to the new Guilty Gear that's coming out.
Let's have a look. Oh, I've got Guilty Gear 3rd Revelator.
That's the second one.
It's the second one. Is it any good then? I guess so. I never played it.
It's good, but Rev 2's got all of the DLC characters in it. It's the one that comes with all your gubbins.
Gotcha.
12 quid it is to buy.
Yeah, so it's like you usually pick it up for around a tenner. So
yeah.
It's
Cool.
consistently in sales as well for about £7.50, or I think I even seen it for like £5 on PlayStation. At
Ooh.
one point. I just thought, bloody hell! Like,
Yeah.
do you know what you're getting for £5? Like,
Well, quite clearly, no one's bought it already, so they're literally
Yeah.
just dripping that one, aren't they?
mm. But yeah,
Cool.
that's pretty much me done.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going to go into a little bit of news then. Where is my news section? So, there was a trailer that came out yesterday for Batman
Mm-hmm.
Gotham
Without
Knights.
Batman in it.
I know. What the hell, man?
It does look good though, I must admit.
I was pleasantly surprised because I saw some people talking about it. And I was like, what? I've got to watch this trailer. And at the beginning, it's like,
Isn't it?
Batman's dead. Like, Bruce Wayne's dead. Like, oh, what the fuck? But Robin looks awesome in this.
Okay.
And I'm not
Yeah,
sure
no,
I'm not sure who the other characters are though, because I'm not really.
I think it's
Probably
it's
Catwoman.
Deathstroke. There's Catwoman. I think it's Night. Is it? I'm not that.
She
up
looks
on-
like Batwoman because she's got like a bat
Yeah,
symbol, and
it's-
the other
where's
guy
Cat-
looks like Deadpool.
Yeah, it's Deathstroke, isn't it? Deathstroke, and the other one's Nightwing. I think it is.
Okay.
They're the characters. I'm not really up on my DC characters to that degree, but I think that's who the characters are from what me and my daughter sort of worked out today.
Hmm.
But it's very like the last Batman's, but it looks good though. I must say, it's really nice looking.
Looks dark, doesn't it?
I bet you Batman's not really dead in this.
No, he probably is.
I bet you.
He's probably
Is this
got-
made by the team that did the offshoot Arkham game?
No, this is the full.
The main.
No, this
it's the main team,
Yeah, this is
isn't
the
it?
main team. Yeah, this
It's
is
not-
not
it's
the
not-
origin job. is it?
It's not. No, it's not Rocksteady either. Rocksteady
No,
did
this
Suicide
isn't
Squad.
Rocksteady. Yeah.
Oh, wasn't
No,
it?
that's the
Oh,
other
right.
game
So
they
it's not
showed off.
Rocksteady then.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is this the ones that made the? I can't remember the name of it. It was the one
Origins.
in between City and. No, that's it. Yeah, in between
Yeah,
City
Origins,
and Night,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the only one that's never been re-released again on this current generation, isn't it? For some reason, I don't know why. Because they've done the collection now, haven't they? They've released Batman, Arkham Knight, City, and Asylum, but never put Origins for some reason. Don't know why.
Different company, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm. But it's all part of the same umbrella, if you get me.
True. But
Yeah.
yeah, sod's law, mate. Business.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
But it looks good though, and also
Probably couldn't come
they
to
released the
terms
trailer,
with,
didn't they, for the film, the Batman film?
Oh,
looked
that
Yeah.
looks
really good.
awesome.
It does look different. I
Looks
mean, I just
dark.
look at them all now
Mm.
as like Elseworlds kind of universe films. You know what I mean? This is just another Batman in another thing. Because they're all completely sort of different from each other in a
Yeah.
way.
I said to the missus earlier, I said it's going to be hard, like in my mind, for them to beat the Dark Knight. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be good. I mean, you've got a really good baddie again.
Yeah.
Paul Dano's playing the Riddler, and he is fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
really.
it looks good. It looks very dark. But it's just, you know, for me personally, like Batman Begins was amazing, and then the
Oh,
two
yeah,
Dark
yeah.
Knight films were absolutely fantastic.
Was
I
it
mean, this
Paul
one does look
Dano?
good though, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
But it's only 25% filmed.
Yeah.
Bloody
Yeah.
hell, so it's going to be a
Mad,
while.
isn't it? Yeah.
Could be, oh, they're saying next year, but wait and see.
Nah.
I think it's it was supposed to be June next year, but now I think it's been put back later on to 2021. But wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of juggling around at the moment in terms of release scheduling.
Mm.
Yeah. Cool.
But
That's,
yeah, at least we finally saying, 'cause it's been a while, isn't it?
yeah.
You know, for a Batman.
Well, that's
No
all my
Superman
news.
though.
No.
Oh, what? Did no one see the sort of like the trailer for that Chinese game that sort of came out of nowhere this week?
No.
Chinese game. Which one was that?
I think it's called like something like Black Mystery or Black Myth, like Wukong or Legend of Wukong or
You
something.
need to give me more to
off
go
the top of
on.
my head. Just put in, I don't know, Black Myth Wukong. See what that comes up with.
How the hell do you spell Wukong?
WUKONG. but there's a space in between or not. It doesn't matter. It can
Black
be
Myth
spelled either way. I
Wukong
think.
official 13-minute gameplay trailer.
Yeah, it's basically it's a Chinese Tencent. I think are involved in a way because.
Oh, I'm surprised it hasn't been banned then.
Well, no, it's kind of weird. Like they do allow gaming in Japan, and obviously the mobile gaming
They
No,
market
do,
because
is
I thought
really,
all the
really big.
I
But
thought all the Chinese games companies, that Tencent, I thought was being banned in the US and the UK because they own TikTok or something, didn't they?
No, they're not being banned.
yeah, I've not no idea what that's all about.
No, I
But
got a
they're
clue.
not necessarily a fantastic thing to be tied with because they're just generally like seem like a cash grab company.
Yeah.
But in a way, because the gaming industry in China is so regulated from what it is over here,
Yeah.
I do believe they're just investing and making games that they can sell to the West to make extra money because obviously the gaming market is huge.
Yeah.
It's the biggest media market on the planet at the moment.
Yeah.
So they're
It's
making
odd.
games to sell abroad, but not letting their own country
Well, I
play.
believe this will probably be eligible for them, so it's
okay.
obviously not going to have like
Gotcha.
supreme levels of
Well,
violence.
they do that with movies as well, because I think it was only 10 foreign
Yeah, similar
language
kind
films.
of thing. Getting their fingers in a few pies, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, make a bit
Did
of
you
money.
do you hear the news in China when because COVID is basically shut down and there hasn't been many new films this year, they re-released I think in IMAX as well the original Harry Potter, the Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone if you're in the States, and it basically pushed the film over the $1 billion movie mark or the box office mark because they
Nice.
they never received it, they never got the Harry Potter films or that Harry Potter film over there.
Yeah,
So as soon as
they
it came
don't
out,
like anything to do with like ghosts and stuff.
nah, ghosts or sorcery or anything like that, or dead
Right.
people. Yeah, so stuff like that is yeah. They released it. I think all the IMAX showings for it just went. So that's all a whole. That was pretty amazing when I read that news.
Mm.
But yeah, if you haven't seen that trailer anyway, it's well worth a watch. It
Yeah, it
does
looks
look quite
pretty
impressive
decent,
and gives it kind of gives you a look of what next gen should kind of look like properly.
Dark Souls.
Even though we've only been getting sort of, well, it kind of looks weird. The game, like there's bits where he's like flying around as like a fly, and then he transforms,
he
and then
just
fights a load of dudes, and then he'll transform and hide and stuff. But it does look like one of those ones where it's like, if you can pull this off, like this would be really good just from the fact of how well it's been made. Again, like we've said earlier.
Well, this has got magic in it and animal people, so.
Yeah, it's based on the Legend of the West or whatever it is, like monkey, basically monkey magic, as we know it,
Oh yeah. Nice.
to do with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it looks cool, man.
Yeah, the way you just froze him then, in like the Dark Souls, is a bit like that game that's just been released this week that everyone's been banging on about. I can't remember what that's called actually.
Mortal Shell.
That's got that sort of style in it, which a lot of people are really enjoying, but are saying it's rock hard.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah,
I'm not,
it's
not
a
obviously-
Dark Souls clone.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
kind
there's
of
been a
thing.
lot of them these days, isn't there? So I noticed that.
Yeah, it released
Dark Souls
this
clones.
week. I think it was it this week or last week?
Yeah, I don't know, but all I've seen is a lot of my Twitter line has been banging on about it. A lot of people
fair
saying
enough.
it's really good, but it's quite hard as well. I've got some
It's
news.
an arcade game, isn't it? Even though I think there is a physical
Yeah.
version.
I've got two
Some
bits of
company.
news.
Go on, then.
Oh,
Okay, right. I'll start with Sony released an advert, didn't they, this week for the PS5? Did you
Well,
see
it-
I
With the
still haven't
controller.
seen this.
No, the one on the telly, the one showing all the games, which
Oh
was like
no, I don't have TV, so
Ah,
I
right.
haven't
Well,
seen
they
it.
released
see
the
that.
proper. It's a. It's not. It's the games that they're releasing for next gen, but in like a video, as in like real life. Like some woman's going along, she's doing all these things like you would be in Horizon Zero Dawn 2, then going into another game where it's just like one of these video style sort of things that Sony have done before. Remember this generation, we had the one where the guys run along on the battlefield shooting the guns and stuff. They've done another one, but for the PS5. So it's all right. It's just, the hype is starting to build now but they still haven't told us a date or a price.
Well, no, that's it. It's like it's advertising something. Or it's like PlayStation 5. It's like, when and how much?
Yeah.
But they did put something on Twitter today about Gran Turismo with the new controller. So they're copying the Xbox controller with the rumble triggers. Because they were saying, when you do the ABS braking, your left trigger will feel the rumble of the brake disc like going in and out. You know, like you would actually when you're slamming the brakes on for real life. And I sat there and I thought that sounds cool, but Xbox has been doing that this whole gen with Forza.
No one's done it interestingly though. Like we need a Dave Cage game where a character gives you a hand job and you put the controller on your groin.
Oh dear.
Haptic feedback, mate.
Yeah, if you put it too hard, that's it. You go too quick. I'm not going to say what. The other bit of news was a bit interesting, but I mean, it's not really. It doesn't appeal to me, but it probably does to you, Darren. But I don't know if you buy them. Is Ubisoft have pulled the plug on all Xbox One collector's editions? They're not doing them anymore.
Well, they're doing them, but they're not including the discs. It's a download code.
Yeah, that's right. They're doing them, but there's no disc anymore.
What?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
It's mental.
Because do you know why? Because no one on Xbox buys a disc, only Darren.
Yeah.
Because no one buys anything anymore on Xbox.
People.
It makes no sense. I read this earlier, and the reason why they haven't actually said why they're doing it. Could it be? I don't know. Maybe it could. The manufacturing or getting the discs to marry up with the collector's edition. I
don't generally get a collector's editions anyway of Ubisoft games.
Yeah.
Like, the only one I was kind of gutted of was like maybe Odyssey, but I didn't get Odyssey when it first released anyway. I waited until like the Black Friday sale and then picked it up and was like, fucking hell, I should have got this earlier.
It's just mad to actually get a collector's edition. There's no disc in it.
No, that is. Yeah, because then it harms the resale on it as well.
Well, yeah, there's no resale, is there? It's dead,
Well,
isn't it?
there is resale if you want to log on your shitty statue and beer mat, or fancy medallion that basically just is really just plastic.
Golden doubloon, mate.
Exactly.
But it's weird it's only Xbox, not on PlayStation.
That's weird. I mean, I can get if it was across both formats. I mean, you would go, okay, well, that's quite clearly a business decision, but to do one format, not the other, it's just a bit odd.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't get that.
But I have noticed that a lot more people don't buy stuff on Xbox. A lot of people just use either Game Pass or just buy it digitally. I must admit, that is the one thing I've noticed this generation. Xbox discs, hardly any compared to the PlayStation that are out there. I know they've sold more PlayStations, but I've noticed from all the community members that I know of, a lot of them don't
That's
buy
because
discs.
Xbox gamers are more up to date with the latest technology.
No, it doesn't.
Almost people just have Game Pass and things like that.
Yeah, most of them have Game Pass. They don't actually buy anything new anymore. So they just if it's on Game Pass, they're going to play it on that. So,
too right, mate. All about saving money.
Well, yeah, but you do miss certain stuff if you don't have the disc, because there is stuff that isn't on Game Pass that's released, isn't there?
You just buy it on a download.
Oh yeah, EA and Ubisoft games, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that all your?
Yeah,
news?
that was it really. Yeah, it was the only two bits of news I saw.
Okay, cool. I've got some questions.
Go on, then.
Chris B, aka Vacant Monkey, says, following on from last week's conversation, what are your hidden gems of this console generation?
This generation?
Is there any hidden gems? It's tough, isn't it? Something what I've actually played.
This is the thing. Like, this is kind of the thing with this gen that we've had. Like, I would have classed a lot of hidden gems last, like, say, 360 PS3 era as not AAA games, but like AA games.
Yeah.
And there haven't really been many.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest. So just as a thing, I've just looked over and it's reminded me, technically I'd say Evil Within 2 would be a AA game.
Played that.
That was really good Evil Within game.
and that was a really
Not
good
played the
game.
first one,
Like
Yeah.
thinking of it like that, but generally we've seen a decrease in the AA kind of games this generation. It's either been AAA or mainly indie,
Yeah. I would say Man of
or
Medan,
ones
just
from
off the top of
obviously
my
big
head.
publishers
Hmm.
That wasn't
like
a
your
bad game.
Ubisofts and EA.
Yeah.
Yeah, Man of Medan. I enjoyed. I mean, I've got a couple of that I enjoyed. I like that Concrete Genie. Quite enjoyed
Yeah.
that. What it was.
Yeah, that was good.
State of Mind, which I played, which was that's on offer at the moment on the PlayStation Store for $6.
There's
We'll
another
call the
game
Yakuza
on the.
games AA.
I'm trying to think of someone else on the PlayStation I've played. There's a few PS games that are.
Hidden
Oh,
Gems.
What the fuck
I
was
mean,
it
you got
called?
that Plague Tale, haven't you? That's supposed to be a hidden gem, isn't it?
Plague Tale
Plague
Innocence is really good. Yeah.
But that's not a triple A game, is it? Really, is it or not? I don't know.
I'd say it's AA. I'd say
Yeah.
that's a AA, or an indie even, because it was a
Yeah.
small team, which makes that game even more impressive.
What's I'm looking at?
Oh, that's it. Hidden Agenda on the PS4 is really, really good. If you've not,
Wreckfest?
if you've not
Hidden
played
Agenda?
it,
Not
yes,
played
if you've
that.
not played it, it's really cheap actually. It's made by Supermassive Games, you know, so who made Man of Medan and Until Dawn, and basically it's a similar type game, and you can play it, you know, in a few hours. But instead of using controllers, you use your phones to make the decisions for the
Oh, I've-
characters.
I've got this. I've never
Yeah,
played.
It's
I played 10 minutes of this, and my missus got pissed off because her phone needed charging.
Yeah,
so
me
we
and the
never played it.
missus played it, and we had a blast playing that game. It was so good.
Can you play it on your own?
I think so. You should be able to.
Right. Okay, I've just pulled it out. Yeah, it's on PlayLink. It's one of those. That's what they call it, PlayLink. Right. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm just trying to think what else. I mean, most of the hit. I mean, Shenmue, Shenmue 3. If you haven't played that, fantastic. The Yakuza games for me have been phenomenal. Ghostbusters, really, really good. They did a remaster of it, didn't they? I don't think
But
many
that's the
people
one
have played that.
PS3,
Really
though, isn't it?
good. Yeah.
Isn't that the PS3 version or an Xbox 360 version? They just
yeah, this remaster. Yeah.
yeah. Not played that either.
That's really good. Really, really good. That's what I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
probably
There's probably a
loads, but-
ton
yeah.
actually after I said all that. Yeah.
I need to sit and write them down. Good question though. Dan, do you want to chime in or have we lost
Yeah.
Dan?
No, I'm here. Nothing really to add, really.
The only hidden gem that I quite enjoyed, which wasn't really a hidden gem, but it's probably a lot of people have never heard of it, but it was an indie game that I quite enjoyed because it was very therapeutic, was AER, which is...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I played that and I actually finished it. The annoying thing was I'd nearly got a platinum on it, but one of the achievement trophies fucked up on me. But that was how good it was that I went for the platinum on it. And it's rare for me to do that.
Yeah.
And that's on off. That's cheap now. That is probably only a £5. But that's one of those really therapeutic games where you're just flying around doing
Yeah.
little basic puzzles. You know, it's nice to play stuff like that now and again instead of shooting people in the face.
Definitely. We'll try and think of some more for the next episode. I just need to look through my game history on my Xbox and PlayStation and my PC. And it might take a while. Jamie says he's concerned that Gotham Knights' focus on co-op will ruin the atmosphere and narrative we've come to love and expect in the Rocksteady Arkham titles. Do you guys share this view? Good question.
Are they going for like an Avengers kind of thing with it? Are they in a certain way, but
Well, I don't know.
set
I
in that
mean,
universe?
because the impression I got from the trailer, Dan, was it's got 4 characters, but the impression I got was you like would chop and change between them. But now thinking about it a bit more, it might be 4-player co-op. I've not looked into the details of it, to be honest.
No. Same. Don't know enough about it yet.
That'd be exactly maybe like the other trailer that was revealed today, or well, the early hours of this morning for us in the UK, which was the Suicide Squad.
Hang on, I've just got
Rocksteady
some
game.
info. Gotham Knights co-op is limited to 2 players, and it's online only co-op.
Well, that's all right, isn't it?
Okay, well that's fine. So the sort of characters are Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, and Red Hood. I've never heard of Red Hood. Who the hell is that?
I
He's
have.
Jason Todd, if I'm not mistaken. Is he named Jason Todd or something like that? He's an ex-Robin, I think. Nightwing's an ex-Robin, and then there's Robin. Basically, there's a whole stream of them. Some of them are alive, some are
This is
dead.
Bizarre.
I know. DC kind of they've got the multiverse. They go off. So there's whole sorts of stories that they kind of sort of emulate and map each other, but they kind of differentiate. So there's different worlds, different takes. So that's how they do that kind of thing. I'm guessing. I just said there's the main DC canon, I suppose, but they keep chopping and changing that anyway.
Well, isn't Batgirl Commissioner Gordon's daughter who becomes Oracle?
Yes, but then again, they've got the TV series in the Arrowverse, who it was someone else, and now it's someone else again in series 2.
I'm confused already.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much.
Don't worry.
Don't worry about it, mate.
Don't worry.
Fair enough. Nothing can be as confusing as the Marvel stuff as well. So no one
Yeah.
confusing as each other by the sounds of it.
It looks good though, but we will see. We'll probably hear. I mean, it's not out till next year anyway, is it? So
No. Okay. There's only a couple more questions to rip through, and then we're done. So, Hogarth says, "Why is Flight Simulator 2020 so addictive?" Because it just makes you feel like a real pilot, Nige. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
but nothing else to do with your weekends. That's why it's so addictive.
Okay, Tom Harding has a PC-based question. What's a decent but not console-priced graphics card I can upgrade my PC with? Tom, I need to know more details. I would say a 2070 Super, because that's what I've got, but that's probably the price of a console. It's $450. I wouldn't
That's not
actually,
too bad though, is
yeah,
it?
I wouldn't actually buy a card right now because the 3000 series of cards are going to be announced within a month, so I would wait. That's my advice. That is all the questions. Anyone in the chat want to ask a question? Because if not, we're going to end.
Keep spinning the plates. Come on, guys. Come on,
Did you guys
Clarky.
watch the Suicide Squad trailer anyway? Just out
I
of
haven't
curiosity.
seen that yet.
It looks all right.
Did you
It all
enjoy
looks
the first movie?
I did.
Well, no, it wasn't. This is a game. It's the game by the Arkham people.
Oh, I thought you said movie.
No, Suicide Squad game by Rocksteady.
No.
Because they revealed the Gotham Knights, and then later on the Suicide Squad one, where you're basically hunting down the Justice League, is the Suicide Squad.
Okay.
It was all I saw was like a typical sort of CG intro, sort of trailery thing, no actual sort of gameplay. They just sort of showed. Is it Deathstroke?
Probably.
Or the other one. The one Will
Probably.
Smith played anyway.
Oh yeah.
Completely
The
ruining that.
Deadshot.
That's it, Deadshot.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, and not Killer Croc. It looked like a shark dude.
Yeah, Shark, King Shark or something like that. He's in the Suicide Squad, which is the movie next year.
Ah, fair enough.
So they're going to make
But
him cuddly
sure.
toys out of him next to no time.
Those four, but we don't know what the actual game is going to be like.
Bit like
I think
Arkham.
it's a good couple of years away. I think it's a 2022 game for Xbox Series X, PS5, and PC.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to mention that Marvel Avengers game. There's been an open beta on the PC last week, and it is getting slated big time.
Slated anyway, I think.
Apparently, it's boring. The graphics are rubbish, and it's very repetitive.
Standard PC kind of like commentary.
Yeah, well, that's just me. Just kind of summarising it, you know.
Summarising it like a PC fucking Master Race snob.
Okay. So this is one. It commits the cardinal sin of being boring, all flash and no substance, all button mashing and nothing tactical. You fight wave after wave of boring enemies with way too many rendered cutscenes and QTEs. The gameplay is too linear for my taste. I don't mind a linear experience, but then there's nothing else on offer in the rest of the gameplay. It feels like a bot may as well be playing for you. It's 100% on rails.
There's kind of valid criticisms
Yeah.
in there.
So
But yeah, I think most people have just been put off like by the business practices with that game, to be honest.
yeah. Clarky says, how many characters are in Suicide? Looks like about 3,000 or so.
Yeah, a lot.
Probably a lot. Why, you after a part? We can call you the telepole man.
Captain Broadband.
Yeah, Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, guys, if that's it, I think that's the end.
Oh.
My only
Friend. Saying of that, I watched that film the other day with the music from that in Apocalypse Now.
Oh, good film.
Such a great film.
This
It was
is
on
the end.
BBC iPlayer.
BBC iPlayer's funny at the moment. There's fuck all on it. It's hilarious.
I wouldn't
got
know,
pulled
mate.
out
I can't use
moment.
it.
They're just bringing back. There's a complete drought of new products. So there's bringing back American series from the last 5-6 years or so.
It's like the soaps, isn't it? They went down to sort of like 2 episodes a week. or
Yeah.
something.
And they ran out. I mean, they started doing Line of Duty from series 1.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's brilliant. I must admit Line of Duty. But,
Yeah, I know, but this will do. And then I think they're showing Heroes again. You can watch all the episodes on My Player now.
Okay.
So obviously they've
That
been
was a
busy
recent
buying shit
series.
up.
That was a bit of a phenomenon back in the day, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Good, yeah, that was awesome.
It was.
When are we going to
Strung
run
it out a bit.
down some film recommendations?
Already have this week, haven't we?
Are we going to do any more?
I don't know.
I can't
Go
think what
for
else
it,
I've
mate.
watched.
I can
I've
go
been
for
watching loads of old stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
I have as well. Yeah, well, sort of. Yeah,
Watched Goodfellas the other day.
Oh,
yeah.
classic.
Nice. Not seen that for years.
Neither have I.
I was pleasantly surprised. I know I mentioned it in our chat. I was looking at the IMDb top 250 movies, and at number 1 is Shawshank Redemption, which is
Yeah, that's always
And
up
I
there.
don't-
It's a fantastic film, but I still wouldn't say
No,
number 1.
same.
It's fine.
But
I saw.
everyone's got their own
yeah.
Yeah.
taste.
I was very upset when Elliot said he'd never seen it though.
Yeah, but he wasn't even born when it came out.
No,
So
I don't think he was.
I tell you what, I did see The Hunt. A little
How
recently.
did
That
you
was
find it?
hilarious. I pissed myself laughing. If
You
anyone's
see what
not-
I mean about they take the piss out of everything? Like,
Yeah. If
the-
anyone's not familiar with this, they basically it's a satire, social commentary. I say satire, social commentary, sort of. Basically,
bit
they
of
scoop
both.
up they scoop up a load of rednecks and dump them in the wilderness, and then a load of liberal elites decide to obviously hunt them down, and it's all stereotypes and caricatures across the way. It's complete and utter lampooning. But there are some very, very imaginative deaths, which delighted me somewhat. But yeah, I do actually recommend it. If you want a nice hour and a half of silliness, go with that. And I did watch Flash Gordon as well recently.
Oh, classic.
Dive.
Dive. All in. They did a 4K transfer of the original negative, so on Blu-ray. Oh man, it looks beautiful.
I've heard
But-
it's easier to do 4K transfers of older films than it newer ones.
I don't know about that.
Because they were on like 33mm or whatever it is instead
Yeah.
of being like a digital camera.
Highly likely. I don't know, to be honest with you, mate. I don't have an answer for that, but it does look spectacular. You can get it on Blu-ray now, and I think some theatres are showing it. Another stuff I watched. Been to the cinema a lot, but I won't really talk about those. There's a film on Netflix called Action Point, which I thought was okay. That was it's got Johnny Knoxville in it and Chris Pontius, and it's
Oh wow.
it's sort of like it's actually a comedy drama about the most dangerous theme park. It's based on the most dangerous theme park in a part of America in the 1970s, where there was no health and safety whatsoever. And you could probably guess, with having those two in it, there's an awful lot of slapstick, and they do a lot of the stunts. And some of the stunts, you just go flipping heck. You actually do wince a few times, and it's about an hour and a half. It's on Netflix. It's a pleasant hour and a half. It's quite funny.
Nice.
But yeah, if you want to see some people hurt themselves, which I'm always a fan of, check it out.
I used to love their show as a kid. But you know, when you're a teenager, you're always into that sort of shit. But like, kind of now, I think I've just become a boring old fucker because I don't find it amusing anymore. I
follow,
wince. I kind of wince
I
and I go, ooh.
There's a couple of Twitter accounts I follow, like the Darwin Award and Hold My
right.
Beer. And the Darwin Award is always someone. I'm pretty sure there's no death in it, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
But there's some people in it who spectacularly hurt themselves by doing stupid things. So have a look at that, and you might be like me and just like seeing idiots hurt themselves. When there's no one called
What's that?
just basically why women live longer.
Oh, okay.
But typically where blokes just basically do the most stupidest things.
Yeah.
So
Makes sense.
check it out. Check it out. That's what I say.
The only two films I've seen recently were absolutely really poor.
Ah.
One of them I
Didn't
didn't
watch
really
Money
watch.
Plane, did you?
No, I watched Slaughterhouse. Oh my god!
Slaughterhouse?
Yeah, it's with Simon Pegg in it.
Oh, you mean Slaughterhouse Rules?
Oh, is that what it's
yeah.
called? Slaughterhouse
That's what it's
Rules?
called, yeah.
I thought that it wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't shit.
Oh, it wasn't brilliant, to be honest. I thought it was poor. I mean, I am a big Simon Pegg fan because I watched Space recently, which was on Netflix, I think it was, and they're brilliant still. But this, I just didn't think it was very good. And the other thing I did watch as well, which was that was all right. It was watchable, but it wasn't great. And that was The Dead Don't Die with Bill Murray and Adam Driver.
I haven't seen that. I wanted to see that. It's kind of dry, apparently.
Yeah, it is dry. It was all right. It was watchable, but it just didn't go anywhere really. It was just, you know, I don't know. It just didn't do much, to be honest.
Yeah, I've heard that, but it's
It was
the type
I'm
of film I
pleased I
like.
watched it. Yeah, because it's Bill Murray, and I've always been a fan.
Adam
of Bill Murray.
Adam Driver as well, I think, is in it
Yeah.
as well. Who's
Yeah.
always good value.
Yes.
Um,
yeah.
Okay. What did you
There's
see that
quite
on?
a few people in that
That's on.
film.
That was on
isn't there?
Now TV.
Oh, I don't subscribe to this movies on that bollocks.
What, Now TV?
Well,
Well,
I've only got the entertainment pass.
Well, I've
Um,
only got it because they gave me a deal for $2.99 a month.
Ah.
It runs out in September, and then I'm going to dump it because I don't want it. I'm not paying that. Yeah,
Yeah.
even $2.99. We're not really using it, to be honest. I mean,
Nah.
at the moment, all they've added on here that I might watch is the next Jumanji. I've noticed is on there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
Gotcha.
That is the new
And
Jumanji.
Zombieland Double Tap. I've
Ah.
not seen the second one either.
Cool.
Pretty much
Yeah.
most things with
Oh.
The Rock in are good.
You can pass that last one, in my opinion.
What,
Like,
Zombieland Double Tap?
Yeah, I was kind of like, it's one of those. It's kind of a bit like Anchorman. It's like the first film's classic, really well done, and then second film they just reuse a lot of the same jokes again,
Yeah, it's not good.
and
Ah.
kind of loses its
Mm.
appeal.
I own a copy of Anchorman 2 on Blu-ray, and it comes with a second disc where the whole film has been basically recut using alternative jokes throughout.
Oh, right. How bizarre.
Yeah, they basically they shoot everything, but they improv a lot of it. So I'm not exactly sure if it was good, better or not. It was still shit. So if anyone's interested in that, that's what you can find if you look on eBay, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
I did
I've
see
just
that
remembered. Go on.
Fire Saga as well. Just reminded me. Will Ferrell.
Go on. Sorry.
No, that was it. Like the
Oh.
Eurovision Fire Saga film. I think it was Netflix.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Yeah.
It's
str-
just
I str-
typically silly. It's got reasonable performances in there. I'd
Yeah.
say it's exactly what you'd expect from like a Eurovision film, but mixed with Will Ferrell, basically.
Yeah. Oh, that's again. I've got so much to bloody watch. I keep buying
it's too
Blu-rays and
much.
DVDs. I keep buying stuff. I've got Close Encounters of the Third Kind the other day, which I haven't seen in years, but that was only about $5, brand new. So yeah,
was
I've got a
What was that you got for a father?
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
All right, I've
Great.
never
Got-
seen that film.
It's a good
It's
film.
amazing.
Never seen it.
Yeah, it's a good film.
And
It's
also,
aged now, though, but it's good. Still a good film.
yeah, and also got the black and chrome edition of Mad Max Fury Road,
I was
cost
saw
a-
that on Twitter.
which cost a fucking fortune. But I wanted to see it 'cause it's one of the best films I think personally of the last few years
Nice.
for sure.
Again, it's one of those ones that I just really appreciate how well made that film. The
Yeah.
colour palettes that they use.
Oh,
and all
man,
that
that's-
kind of stuff.
That's why I want to see it, the chrome, the black and white.
Is-
I'm I'm pretty sure they make the blacks blacker than black.
Oh, well, I
Um,
was going to say, because otherwise you just switch your telly to like drain the
Yeah.
colour out your telly, wouldn't you, just to get the same effect.
Yeah, I don't think it's like that.
Did
I have to say, it comes in the steelbook as well. I have to say so. Yeah, and I've also got. Well, I also bought it ages ago. I've got Parasite on Blu-ray in a steelbook, but that also came with the black and white edition as well, which has been doing cinema rounds recently.
I haven't seen that yet. I really need to.
No, I've not seen it either. No.
It's good. It's good. Parasite.
The other one that's black and white. Did you see Logan in black and white?
Yeah, I actually, but because I was doing the black and white thing, I ordered a copy of that as well. So I haven't watched that either.
No, that's a brilliant film. That I love that film.
Yeah, I haven't seen that since it's been out of the cinema, and I did like it. But then
I've not seen
been,
that one.
I've been burnt by so
Logan.
many of the X-Men
Oh
movies.
man, Logan's an awesome film. Brilliant film. Really,
It is great, but it is depressing in a way.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
the
know what I
thing.
mean?
It's a
It's
very
not exactly
depressing
a
film.
feel-good film.
No. So, I watched. I'll tell you what I did watch, which is to do with Logan. Was I watched Dark Phoenix. Very disappointed with that, and I'm a big X-Men fan.
Oh man, I was
actually
offended by that
thought it
film.
was. I thought it was
poor,
still
wasn't it?
better than Apocalypse, though.
Well, that's,
Really?
yeah, well, yeah. Well,
Yeah, I thought it was
Apocalypse
better
was
than
dog shit.
But,
Yeah.
so it was just the problem was I mean even my missus said that she said all we're watching is a film about a woman that all of a sudden she starts here she goes, she's building up, she's going to go crazy again.
They rushed through a massive storyline in the space of like under 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was a huge disservice to like.
Well,
what's
they
known as one of
completely they
stories
recut it again. They
that
butchered it. This is a
X-Men.
problem with a lot of the movies back then. They went back for reshoots, and the problem was what transpired was that the plot line ended up being too very much similar than Captain Marvel. So the whole Jessica Chastain alien race character thing was completely changed because it
Weren't they originally supposed to be the Skrulls?
that was the rumor
The early
because
rumour, yeah.
that was the rumor because technically I think Fox had part of that. There was because they appeared in Fantastic Four and Fox had the rights to them. Then they kind of did that, but there was a bit of a grey area. So Marvel ended up using them, and they completely bastardized it and butchered it.
They kind of messed up with that in a degree because I never obviously read all of the comic stuff, but it's a similar thing to like the Star Wars EU or extended universe where the Skrulls actually lead into another pretty big event in the comics.
Yeah, well they do.
Which would have been perfect. Is it the Secret Wars?
Yeah, well, pretty much. If you've seen Captain Marvel and I suppose the end of Spider-Man: Far From Home, you'll get an idea. And the rumor is at the moment Secret Invasion. Sorry, Secret Invasion is going to be part of Captain Marvel 2 to a degree. So how that all's going to fit in, I don't know. But they're playing with a lot of pieces, I guess, at the moment. The rumor is that Captain Marvel 2 is going to be more like a mini Avengers, so there's going to be all sorts of characters turning up, much like Doctor Strange 2 will be as well. So interesting times ahead. But yeah, X-Men Dark Phoenix, I remember watching that. I was offended by that.
Yeah, well, I bought it on Blu-ray because I've got everything else on Blu-ray. Well, yeah, and do you know what? I sold it back on again. That's how bad it was. And I don't normally sell Blu-rays. I normally keep them.
Yeah, man. It's just,
So,
it's
you
just. I'm gonna fucking spoil the fuck out of this film because it's shit. It's the fact that they built up all the prequels, First Class, and with like obviously with Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique being this important character, and then they basically toss her aside in this film, and it's like the most underwhelming death. And Nicholas Hoult hasn't aged in fucking 40 years. This little cry, and it's like, man, is that it? It's just, and then obviously Sasha is basically waving her hands around like some demented fucking mime artist trying to make things move in the oh man, it's so fucking bad. And then at the end when they basically they make Nightcrawler kill people. Nightcrawler doesn't fucking kill people. He's a nice bloke. It's fucking bullshit. Whole shit.
there we go. So, moving on.
God, how can you fuck up? How can you fuck up Dark Phoenix twice, fucking idiots?
Moving on. Moving on to the actually,
yeah,
brilliant. And Webby will agree with that. Is Ozark is fucking awesome.
I've never seen it, man.
It's one of the best TV shows ever, man.
It's getting up there for my. it depends on how it ends, but at the moment it's up there with The Sopranos for me now for the best TV series I've ever watched. Sopranos will top them all, but it's really.
I've
up there
never
high.
seen Sopranos. That is a bit of
Oh,
a cardinal sin. I've never seen The Wire either.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, The
dear.
Wire's up there as well. The Sopranos, The Wire, could be Ozark, could be up there. They're my two at the moment, but it's just the storyline. But it depends on where it goes. That's the thing, and how it ends. That always, you know. But it's just brilliant, and also it's just completely what I didn't think it was going to be. So, because I said to Webby earlier, I thought it was about a science fiction thing with the name it was, but it's nothing to do with that at all, isn't it? So.
It's about a guy who's an accountant for the mafia, isn't it?
Well, yeah, for the cartel, yeah. So, but yeah, really good. Well done. The characters in it are brilliant as well. That was the one thing that I really loved. But yeah, no, it's brilliant. And I'm watching. I started watching The Punisher season 2. It's a bit stupid that. It's not as good as the first season. I thought it was a bit stupid the storyline they're doing on it. You know, and it's all right, it's watchable.
Not the Netflix Marvel shows did that. I mean, Daredevil's the only one that remained consistent throughout.
I didn't enjoy Daredevil.
Yeah.
Didn't enjoy Daredevil.
The third series of Jessica Jones, I gave up on. I think a lot of it.
Season was great.
I know it was. He had a really, really, nasty piece of work in terms of a main villain.
Yeah.
It's
that's it. Yeah. You get an interesting, charismatic villain, and it just changes things so much.
And
if
there
you've
was
got
also,
some cartoon villain, it's like, no, not really.
It was also the structure of 13 episodes per series, which I think meant that it was like the classic Netflix issue here or mistake that they felt that they had to do that much fucking television in order to stretch it out and make it paper thin and make you sit through 13 hours just to get through something they could probably do in about 6 to 8 episodes. And that doesn't make good telly. I mean, I'm hoping, well, a lot of the Disney Plus stuff they're doing Marvel now. I think it's going to be 6 episodes tops. So I've got a feeling it's got a lot more snappier, a lot more to the point. You're going to get to you're not going to get dud up at episodes. A bit like The Mandalorian when that was out. There wasn't a dud on that at all.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
But that's the problem with TV series today, though, is I've noticed, and Ozark it gets it right. It doesn't overstay its welcome on the series. And that's the problem you get with certain series. They just go on and on and on.
Yeah.
I mean, I started watching Gotham ages and ages ago, and that just went on and on and on. And in the end, I just gave up with it. And Mrs. goes, "Well, you stop watching that because it's going on too long."
Yeah, it's fine if it's episodic telly, much like the original Star Trek. When if you look back at the Next Generation and everything, there was about 25 episodes per series on that. It was fucking insane. But there was very, very loose threads throughout that you could pick up on, and you don't necessarily need to watch it. I mean, everything was pretty much self-contained, and that's fine because you can dip in and out. But if you've got a narrative that goes on for that long, Jesus Christ, you just know the quality of the writing is not going to hold up. It's not. My bugbear, anyway. It's and especially when they drop all the episodes in one sitting. There you go. It's 13 hours of stuff to muddle through over your weekends, and stay indoors. Watch this shit.
I don't know.
It's amazing. Obviously a lot of things do that, like the whole binge thing, but there is, I think, a bonus to releasing stuff weekly.
Yes, agreed.
People talk about it for that week. It stirs up more interest and more conversation rather than everyone powering through it and going, "That was great," and then like 2-3 weeks later, no one's talking about it.
Yep, exactly.
Or the conversations generally died down. It's like a sort of like it's there in the moment and then it just fades off.
Well,
rather than it sort of lasting
Netflix
for a while.
Yeah, I think Netflix has understood that now. I mean, the issue with that is that if people power through it in a weekend or a week or two, something you can stretch out over 2 months. Immediately, they're looking for the next fix.
2 days.
Yeah, well, they're looking for the next fix. So you have to spend money, your own money, making more content for them to do it again and again and again, and it's not sustainable at all. And I see, they're kind of moving away from that to a degree. But you do get some all episodes now. It's like that High Score. I mean, that was a nice 2 evenings of me just watching, video game history. But they could have stretched it out. They could have done. It's 40-minute episodes. These things are. You know, it's a decent amount of time to spend on an evening just watching something and then having a little bit more time to reflect what you've been shown. Otherwise, it's just like, you know, all of a sudden I've watched 3 episodes of fucking video games and it's all blurred into one. I mean, I thought I only watched 5 episodes, but I had watched 6. But I'm just old. I mean, this is what the kids do now. They watch fucking films on their phones, idiots.
Yeah, that's no way to watch a movie.
No, it's not.
No,
Unless
that's
you've
what
already
they've grown
seen
up
it.
with, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. But if you're going to go back to a film, and it's almost like a warm comfort blanket sometimes. Or if you're going back to something that you thought you may have misunderstood first time around, or you want to give it another chance. I don't know. Lots of different ways to watch it.
I do love the film. I think I might have mentioned it before. Things like Shutter Island.
Okay.
Where it's like I can watch that through the first time, really enjoy the experience, but then because you know everything you do by the end of the film, you can then re-watch that film and completely see it in a different light, and a lot of things people say make perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, you had that with Inception.
There's very few of those films
I'm
around.
I'm going to see Inception at cinema tomorrow. Woo.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
I love
Have
the
you seen
soundtrack.
Tenet yet?
No, I'm watching it Wednesday morning. It's my birthday
nice.
Wednesday, so I'm there. I'm going to get a ticket for the half 10 in the morning show. Whilst everyone's at work, I'm going to be like, screw you guys. I am going to watch it in the cinema on my own. Screw you.
So
Done.
won't we?
Enjoy.
Not really, no. I've had loads of people ask me, when are we going to go and see it? And I said, well, I'm going to go and see it at 10:30 Wednesday morning. You won't want to come.
I'd like to go to the cinema, but you have to wear the face mask the whole through the film, and I can't do that, so I'm out.
Yeah.
Well, if you're eating, you can't.
Well, yeah.
What
am I going to eat continuous for an hour and a
Yeah,
half?
Yeah, too fucking right.
Just have a bucket
buy
of popcorn, mate.
My biggest butt of popcorn. Yeah, buy 3 big bags of popcorn.
Or have
Eat
one
all
of
that.
those straws with 2 alcohol bottles on your back.
All right, Homer.
No, you just use the cup holders, one either side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Straws going in.
exactly.
That's it.
And then you need a piss every 5 minutes and you lose the plot.
No, you just
You won't know
have,
what the fuck's going on.
you have another tube that goes to your dick. Just goes underneath the floor and dribbles out somewhere else.
Oh, bloody hell.
Jesus Christ. Doesn't that happen already with your... Don't you need Tenor Man?
No, not yet.
Anyway, guys, we're going to end it here. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah, I think it's enough value this week.
That's enough
Yeah.
value. We'll try and get some TV show, movie stuff in every episode. That's pretty
Because
interesting.
I watch more film and TV than play fucking video games.
Oh, I've been
like
a
that,
lot, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
We won't do an off week show next week, whichever week it is. So in 2 weeks there'll be another episode. I need the time to get my uni project done. That's due in 4 weeks. So
And get your achievements on Flight Simulator
I'll
sorted.
get my Achievos and Flight Simulator, and that's my life at the minute. Well, the good thing about Flight Sim is I can put it on autopilot and just leave it running in the background and do my work and stuff. It's great. So living the dream. Anyway, thank you very much for coming on, guys. It's been awesome. It's always good to talk to you. I think Colin's going to try and make an appearance next week if he can. I did speak to him earlier.
Or the week after.
Week after.
Well, on the next show, on next, if he can. It's his son's birthday. So happy birthday, Ryan.
Happy
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
And yeah, cool. So thank you everybody for coming on. I'd like to say a big thank you to our Twitch people. Hey Byron, Clarky, Mr. Millinator, Mr. Peebs, who made an appearance.
He's probably not listening anymore.
No, he's probably asleep. And Dougster, those are people that talked in the chat. Thank you very much. Having people in the chat is awesome. So thank you very much. Anyway, so from me, Mark Webb, Gamertag, PSMD, Steam ID, Webby360G.
From me, #1 Stuntmaster.
And me, Cinema Dan. Bye.
And since I switch.
So thank
See
you
you
very
later.
much. Oh, thank you, Darren. And so the next episode will be on the 1st of September. So no, well, that's all right.
No, it won't be.
No, it won't be.
No, it won't.
No, it's a Tuesday.
6th of September.
This is great.
The 8th of
What?
September. So we'll record on the 6th, and the main episode will come out.
Oh
on the
yeah,
8th.
yeah.
Almost autumn.
God.
Oh
My
man.
favourite
Yeah.
season of the year.
That's when all the games come out.
We're going to
Yeah.
get a heat wave this year, aren't we? In all,
This is where
Probably.
Just
this
for
is where
Darren.
Darren oils up and rolls around in the leaves in his backyard.
Oils up.
Yeah, he does. He likes to do angels in the leaves. That's it.
I thought you were going to say something else then.
Woo. Cool. Well, thank you very much, everyone. I need to drop off because I need the toilet, and I probably need to go to bed soon because I've got work in the morning very early. So, good times.
Adios.
Cool.
Adios.
Nice one, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Cheers. See you later.
Bye bye.
Like,